Ok, donc on commence cette nouvelle édition de Et n'avait pété un câble sur les événements de Genshin, puisque cette fois nous sommes là pour l'événement. Un événement à Sumeru, et donc évidemment il va y avoir notre cher... Ah du coup il ne s'appelle... On ne l'appelle plus Skara, on l'appelle Wanderer ou Kuni dans notre cas. Je sais pas comment l'événement va se dérouler, mais on va voir. Voilà, j'ai trop la hype.
A moment, if you would. Are you two the famous traveler and Paimon by any chance?
Oui.
We sure are. And who are you?
My name is Wikas, a member of the Academia Extravaganza Planning Committee. Have you two heard of this festival?
À l'instant.
Yep, and that's exactly why we're here.
Is that so? Looks like our advertising is working. Since you're both interested, would you mind if I gave you a brief explanation of the event? So, the Academia Extravaganza is a grand event run by the Academia with a long and storied history. To be precise, it can be divided into the Wisdom Gala and the Interdarshan Championship. The gala is held annually. During this time, all 6 Darshans will set up booths throughout the city and host guests to showcase the most fascinating aspects of their school, and thus increase their influence.
Ok.
On the other hand, the championship is held once every 4 years. Each Darshan will send a representative to vie for the position of Grand Champion. This year, the gala is being held alongside the championship. So the mood in the city is, as they say, at an unprecedented fever pitch.
Ok.
Got it. Cool. Thanks a bunch for the detailed explanation.
You're most welcome. Answering questions regarding the Academia Extravaganza is my job. And I actually do have something I would like to ask the two of you.
Need our
Évidemment.
help with something?
Well, let me begin by saying that this year's Academia Extravaganza is of utmost importance to us.
Ok, pourquoi?
Lesser Lord Kusanali and the sages came up with a plan for the Academia to recruit talented people from the desert starting next year.
Oh!
As such, we've invited a great number of desert dwellers to take part in this festival, so they can hopefully experience the Academia's atmosphere ahead of time.
Je sais qu'il y a Saino dans le tas, puisque les représentants nous ont été présentés déjà. Il y a Saino, il y a Faruzan si je me trompe pas, je crois qu'il y a Tainari aussi. Qui d'autre, je sais plus. Mais il y en a un, du coup, sur les 7 qui est caché. Non, on sait pas qui c'est le
I've heard
représentant.
that the two of you are famous across both the rainforest and desert. With your participation, especially in the Interdarshan Championship,
Ok.
more people will definitely come to appreciate the festival.
Ouais, seuls les représentants peuvent participer alors.
Exactly. Or do you mean you want us to join a Darshan? But then we would have to deal with exams and essays and stuff like that.
On est des aventurières, on n'est pas des
No need to worry.
étudiantes.
The championship participants have already been selected. I mean to invite the two of you as guest commentators. Your job will be to observe and record every part of the competition.
Ok.
There's no pressure. Just follow each match and enjoy the festival. Aside from that, we'll also prepare some compensation for your efforts. We won't have you working for free.
Il y a KV quelque part, je crois, dans le truc du coup. KV qui va être bientôt released là. Oh là là, j'avoue que moi j'étais pas la plus intéressée par la bannière de Baiju, j'avoue. Donc je vais pas pull pour Baiju en tout cas. Mais par contre, j'ai préparé des vœux en avance pour choper KV parce que il faut absolument que j'ai KV dès que la bannière arrive là. C'est un must et je sais qu'il va être dans l'histoire, donc j'ai trop hâte. Bah en fait, j'ai regardé le trailer et du coup j'ai fait la quête de Nahida, la deuxième quête de Nahida pour ceux qui l'ont vu ou qui l'ont fait. C'était sublime, les émotions. J'ai chialé encore, de toute façon les trucs en rapport avec Nahida, ça fait mal, ça fait vraiment mal. Donc j'ai fait cette quête là et j'ai exploré aussi du coup la nouvelle partie du désert, donc avec les nouvelles mécaniques, bah, tout ce qu'il y a dans cette nouvelle version en fait. J'ai exploré à peu près tout, j'ai fait l'escapade de Leila aussi, Leila que j'ai réussi à avoir sur la bannière. J'ai eu Dia aussi et j'ai eu Ayaka, donc Ayaka je l'ai eu récemment, donc j'avais économisé pour elle. Et après Dia, je l'ai eu sur la bannière de Nahida, donc j'ai perdu mon 50-50. Mais je l'ai eu après genre 5-6 vœux. C'est la première fois que j'ai eu une early pity en fait. Voilà. Donc j'ai eu ces persos là. J'aurais bien aimé avoir Nahida, mais je me suis dit, bon, je vais économiser parce qu'il faut que j'économise pour les prochaines bannières qui vont revenir. Et pour avoir certains 4 étoiles, genre KB, il me le faut vraiment. Voilà, j'en suis à peu près là. Et oui, dans la cutscene du trailer, donc par rapport à cet événement-là, à un moment, on voit Wanderer et Saino qui se battent. Alors pourquoi ils se battent? Est-ce que c'est dans le cadre de ça justement? Il y a eu des théories comme quoi Skara, enfin du coup Wanderer serait le dernier représentant. Ce serait très bizarre, enfin ça ferait très bizarre, mais en même temps ça aurait du sens. Pourquoi? Parce que maintenant il commence à s'habituer à la vie et à la vie normale entre guillemets. Et surtout il est resté à Sumeru, il est resté avec Nahida. Et Nahida le faisait étudier à l'académie. Donc les potos, cette musique me rappelle des mauvais souvenirs. Bref, donc voilà, donc j'ai vraiment hâte de voir ce qui va se passer. Et comme je sais qu'il va y avoir Wanderer dans le bail, je suis en mode... Je vais essayer de rester calme, mais... Enfin, vous savez à quel point je suis une sim pour ce mec là déjà. Donc je vais fangirl, je crois, violent, bref. Qui sont les concurrents?
You can head over to the festival venue later.
Ah,
An
d'accord.
organizer there will introduce each participant.
Ok.
Some of them even might be people you recognize. I'll leave it at that for now.
On les connaît tous, on connaît tout le monde à chaque fois.
So, how about it? Would you like to take this commission?
On connaît toujours tout le monde.
Wow, having fun while getting paid? This sounds awesome!
Putain, pourquoi ils mettent cette musique en musique de fond normale OST à Sumeru? Je vais chialer. Oh,
The main event venue is at the outskirts of the citadel of Regzar.
ok.
The organizer you're looking for is Karina. Tell her the situation and she'll get you set up.
Ok.
The championship is going to begin soon. I wish you a good
Oh.
experience serving as commentators.
Oh, ça va être
If you have any
fun.
doubts, come find me anytime.
Ça va être trop bien.
Off we go!
Ok, let's go. Oh, je sens que ça va être trop bien. Alright. Bon bah du coup on va aller voir ça. Mais ouais, cette musique là, arrêtez! Stop! Oh, une petite scène sympa. Salut. Ah, il y a des gens. Ok. Oh, je suis trop curieuse de voir. J'ai trop la hype là, c'est horrible.
Welcome, one and all, to the Academia Extravaganza.
Hi.
Now then, allow me to reveal the prizes for this iteration of the Interdarshan Championship.
Ok.
Fabulous monetary rewards, research funds, a limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card, and the right to wear the Diadem of Knowledge. I believe that I
Oh!
need not elaborate as to how this is a symbol of great honor.
Waouh, ah oui, d'accord.
She should be Karina, right? Looks like she's in the middle of something. Let's wait till she's less busy, then go introduce ourselves.
Ok.
The Diadem of Knowledge. What a perfect work of art.
Every time I see it, I feel like I'm losing myself in its beauty. The one who proves fit to wear it must be a rare genius indeed.
I believe that most of you have already seen the Diadem of Knowledge or have heard tales about it. 20 years ago, a researcher named Sachin bought it for a large sum of mora before donating it to the Academia.
Il y a les trucs de chaque Darshan du coup là.
The generous championship prizes are also sourced from his sponsorship. Before we begin, allow me to express our gratitude to this researcher, who cannot be with us right now.
L'or. Oh putain.
Things can only get worse.
Oh putain, il y a du lore en plein milieu. Les gars, c'est un événement. What?
Things can only go from bad to worse.
T'es qui? T'es qui?
Human nature begets conflict, and conflict begets ruin. From the beginning, the seeds of wickedness have been.
Il ressemble à Hasard, mais c'est pas Hasard parce que sinon on l'aurait reconnu.
Hey, stop spacing out!
Non mais on voit toujours... Eh, franchement Sumeru c'est l'endroit où on voit des dingueries H24.
Called out to you, but you didn't respond. You okay? Did you stay up late without telling Paimon?
Mais what?
All right. I I'm sure we're all more than ready for the championship to
Il y en a
begin.
que 6 des Darshan, j'ai dit 7 tout à l'heure. Il y en a 6.
Now then, let's invite our 6 Darshan representatives to the stage. Our contestants are...
Let's go, let's go! Tainari!
Representing Amorta, Tainari!
Oui! Oh my god! Darshan de biologie, Amurta. Ok, oh, j'adore, j'adore! Il y a le nouveau voice actor en plus de Tainari. Saino! Oh,
Representing Spontamod, Sino!
c'est trop badass, ils sont trop badass, regardez-les. Oh my god! Oh le fangirl là, je commence déjà. Leila, oui! Oh chouchoute!
Representing Ratawahist, Layla!
Oh oui, je savais que c'était elle quand je me suis souvenue. Attends, il y a le truc d'astrologie et tout. Oui, c'est ça. C'est elle. Farouzan.
Representing
stylé.
Haravatat, Farzan!
Haravatat. Kabe!
Representing Kasharawar, Kabe!
Ah, quel BG ce mec.
And for Vahumana... Huh? Is Vahumana's representative not here yet?
Oui, Vahumana. C'est ce truc-là où on connaît pas le représentant.
These introductions are pointless. Let's just get this over with.
Il est là, c'est lui, c'est lui.
Wait a sec. Why is he Vahumana's representative?
Oh, ok. Oh my god.
Finally, our final contestant is Vahumana's representative, Hat Guy!
What the heck? Pourquoi il s'appelle Jeep au chapeau? Frère, on t'a donné un nom, c'est pas pour rien. Oh my god. Ok, Vahumana d'argent d'étiologie. Wow. Oh, j'étais pas prête.
Oh, so that's Hat Guy. I think I've seen him before.
You know who he is?
I've heard that he's a researcher from a different country who nominally belongs to Vahumana. Word is that he's written a lot of political analyses.
Oh my
His
god.
manner of speech hasn't made him popular amongst most other Vahumana researchers, but his comings and goings are quite irregular, so he doesn't interact with others much.
Ça m'étonne pas, ça m'étonne pas. C'est sûr que...
Aside from his more controversial aspects, his perspectives are considered quite incisive.
Mais c'est un génie en même temps, ce gars. Enfin...
Vahumana has seen a dearth of new talent lately, and some of its existing ones are not currently at the academia, so I suspect he might have been their only option.
Ouais. Nashida. Nashida, t'as quelque chose à voir là-dedans quand même.
It's just kind of weird. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd participate in competitions like this one.
C'est vrai que c'est bizarre qu'il soit là, mais... Nashida a dû pousser pour qu'il s'intègre plus, je pense. Et qu'il sociabilise un peu.
Now that we have our 6 contestants, the championship will soon begin.
Let's go! Ça, c'était sûr, mais je pensais pas le voir aussitôt, en fait.
Who will triumph this time around? Hold on to your hats, because we're all on this ride together.
Hat Guy! Pourquoi ils l'ont appelé Hat Guy?
Huh. We really do know a lot of the contestants. Oh, right.
Bah, on les connaît
We're
tous.
just commentators, aren't we? So figuring out everyone's reasons for participating is in our job description.
Super! On va tous leur parler, je vais fangirl comme pas possible.
Ask them when we go say hi. Especially him. Paimon still thinks it's weird that he's here.
Ok, calme-toi, calme-toi. Oh my god! Oh, il est tout seul de son côté, ça m'étonne même pas. Allez. Là, il y a Leila. Il y a Café! Incroyable. Allons parler à Saino et Tainari, va. Hello!
We meet again, you two.
Je l'avais entendu, mais pas beaucoup, son nouveau voice actor.
Hey, Tainari. We came here to check out this extravaganza event. And then they invited us to be guest commentators.
Is that so? I heard that there would be guest commentators recording the proceedings with cameras, but I didn't expect they'd be you two.
It's a pleasant surprise that you're visiting Sumeru again while I'm still on leave. When everything comes together perfectly like this, I call it the biryani factor. Because it's always rice to meet stew again.
Je m'attendais pas à ce que tu... Je m'attendais pas à ce qu'ils sortent déjà des vannes. Incroyable.
So, Tainari, you're representing Amurta, and Sino is representing Spontamod. But haven't you both already graduated? Can alumni also take part in the competition?
I had wondered the same thing. When I was told the news, I was actually more shocked than you are now.
D'accord.
I later found out that anyone who has been a part of a particular darshan has the right to participate.
Ok.
Graduation status has no effect.
So that's a rule, huh?
Ah, je suis désolée pour les lags encore. Tain. Je baisse la qualité en plus, mais ça fonctionne pas en fait.
There are some restrictions, though. For example, sages cannot participate. Any given person can only participate in one instance of the championship, and so on.
D'accord.
That's right. Also, there are two methods by which the darshan representatives are chosen. One is self-nomination, and the other is to be recommended by over half of one's darshan.
Ok.
You must have been a case of the latter, Tainari.
I
Sûrement.
heard that quite a few of your juniors petitioned for your candidacy.
Sometimes I wish I could clap a few of them over the head and tell them to spend that time on studying instead.
Tainari. Ouais, tu peux pas refuser?
Well, you can, but after some consideration, I realized this could be a good opportunity for me. Next month,
Fair
we're
enough.
having a public lecture on ecology at Gandharvaville. If I participate in this event, I might be able to utilize its popularity to promote the lecture.
Ok.
I'm not that concerned about becoming the champion, unlike someone here.
Tu t'es porté volontaire, toi.
Yes. I'm using the last of my leave for this. When I heard that a limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card was one of the prizes, I signed myself up.
Ça me fume que Saino soit un mec si sérieux.
This year's card is a rare one indeed. It would be a shame if I missed out on it.
Wait, is it some kind of super powerful card?
No, it's a very common one. But it has a holographic layer.
So what's the point?
It's very cool.
Ça me fume qu'un mec comme Saino qui soit ultra sérieux, genre le gars tu le vois jamais sourire ni rien, et il est hyper axé sur son travail, il est hyper sévère et tout. Et à côté, il sort des blagues, des jeux de mots H24, et il a une obsession pour ce jeu de cartes. Genre... Enfin, à Mondstadt, tout ce qu'il pensait, c'était de demander à Albedo, enfin Calx, du coup, de lui dessiner un truc personnalisé, enfin, mec...
Paimon meant apart from being very cool.
C'est tout.
That is reason enough. I shall do my all to emerge victorious and add it to my deck.
Ok, Saino.
As someone who doesn't play cards much, I can't quite relate. But it isn't surprising that everyone has their own reasons for taking part in the tournament.
Fair enough. Alright, let's go find someone else to question.
Ok. Bon, après, je vais aller voir, du coup, Leila, Farouzan et Kave. Because we saved the best for last. Ok.
Kave, Farouzan, Layla!
Hey.
Huh? Oh, it's you. Why are you here?
Hi.
We're here as specially invited guest commentators. Our job is to record what happens during the competition.
Yep.
Is that so? In that case, I'll have to trouble you to catch the moment of my triumph on camera.
Oui, Farouzan.
Remember to shoot from behind at a lower angle. You know, to capture a seniors class.
Of course.
Don't get ahead of yourself now. Victory will obviously be mine.
You're far too young to even consider challenging me. Kasharwar or Ratawahist, you're all children as far as I'm concerned.
Oh. Pauvre Leila.
Actually, I was going to ask, how do you know me, Madame Farouzan?
Huh? You don't remember? I sometimes see you in the library at night. You even waved at me.
Putain, c'est vrai. Il y a eu cette dinguerie dans l'escapade de Leila. Bon, spoil, du coup, spoiler alerte. Mais dans l'escapade de Leila, genre... Je sais pas si c'est qu'elle a une deuxième personnalité. un trouble de la personnalité comme ça? Je crois parce que en tout cas quand elle a un certain niveau d'anxiété, genre ou quand des fois elle dort, bah il y a la deuxième personnalité qui se réveille. Mais elle est pas au courant qu'il y a une deuxième personnalité. Ah du coup voilà, il y a un truc comme ça.
What? I don't remember doing that at all.
Huh. How strange. However, this is not the time for curiosity. I am Farozan, a household name in Haravatat. You are Layla from Murtawahist, I presume?
Yes.
Good. Then we are officially introduced. See? Simple as that. I like respectful ones, by the way. Would you like to join my research group?
Oh mon dieu, elle va lui faire
Madame
peur.
Faruzan, I'm quite sure this counts as poaching. Let's dial things down.
I know, but it's been tough getting people these days. And research funding has been hard to secure. But once I win this tournament, it'll be a different story.
So you're just here to increase the amount of funding you're getting?
Well, not just that. What? Are you curious about my reasons for participating in this event?
Oui.
Well, I suppose that's to be expected. You are our guest commentators after all. There's been an influx of newly enrolled students, and they'll be paying close attention to this competition. If I do win, I'm certain that there will be no lack of students knocking upon my door. Moreover, research resources will be made available to the victor, so that will nix my funding issues. Therefore, my two juniors, I do apologize, but I fully intend to emerge triumphant.
Il y a un seigneur plus vieux que toi derrière. Il y a un seigneur de 500 ans derrière là.
I'll do my best as well.
Toi t'en as que 100.
At least I don't plan to lose too badly.
Oh Layla.
So, why are you here, Layla? I don't know why, but a lot of people recommended me. I didn't sign up myself.
Oh.
I just woke up to find my name on the announcement board.
Ça a dû la stresser.
That sounds like what happened to Tainari. Him too? Oh, I'm really nervous. I've been so worried about disappointing everyone that I've been losing sleep.
Oh.
Stress not, young one. We must all experience failure to grow and mature.
But Madame Farsan, I don't want to fail.
That's anxiety.
Seriously? Everyone has such nice reasons for joining.
C'est quoi toi?
Must I say?
Oui.
Yes, you do. We gotta record it.
Allez, dis.
Well, you know, right? I want to buy some property.
Ok.
Oh, that's right. You want to move out of Alhaithams.
T'étais pas censé le dire.
What? Alhaitham? What about him? This has nothing to do with him.
Ah, elle s'est trompée, elle s'est trompée.
Oh, right. Sorry, Paimon has no idea what she was talking about. So, you want to use the grand prize to buy a place, right?
Correct. Also, my father took part in the Interdarshan championship when I was young, but he didn't win.
Oh.
Once I do, the right to wear that diadem will be mine. In a way, I'll be helping my father fulfill a dream of his.
Oh.
That's not a bad reason at all. You have ambition, youngster. Although your chances with me here aren't great, I believe your father would be most proud if the diadem of knowledge were bestowed upon you.
Not that he'll have the chance to celebrate. My father passed away many years ago. They say he ran into quicksand while traveling in the desert.
Oh non, Kaveh. Oh, Bouchou.
For you to have experienced such a thing, that must have been tough for you.
Oh. Désolée, Kaveh.
It's all in the past now, and life goes on, doesn't it? Let's change topics. I don't want to bring the mood down.
Oh.
All right. Earlier, you said that you want to use the prize Mora to purchase a home. Where do you live now? Do you live alone?
Well...
I also heard you mention Alhaitham just a moment ago. Isn't he also from Haravatat? Are you two hiding something from me?
Non.
No, of course not! Why would you think that?
T'es pas très convaincant.
Paimon's definitely not involved either. We're gonna go interview other contestants. acquaintance now. Bye.
On a un vieil ami à aller voir. Allez, bye. Oh my god. Hi. Ok, je suis pas prête. Je suis vraiment pas prête.
So, what are you...
Just call me Hat Guy. That's the name I use in Vahumana.
Why? On t'a donné un nom. C'est parce que je t'ai appelé Connie, c'est ça. T'as pas apprécié. Bah t'aurais pu me dire.
That sounds like a nickname, not a real name.
J'avoue.
So I can't go by a simple, ordinary name?
J'ai rien dit.
Fine, suit yourself. Alright then, Hat Guy. Why are you taking part in the Interdarshan Championship?
Oui, pourquoi? Naïda, 100%.
We're specially invited guest commentators, so play nice and answer our questions.
You could be Matra for all I care. So what if I don't answer you? What then?
Son attitude n'a pas changé, ça va, il va bien.
I'll tell you this much. I have an agreement with someone not to reveal my motives.
Oh, what?
You're not plotting something in secret, are you?
Well, it's hard to say. Why don't you take a guess?
Oh my god.
I must had it with you.
Je l'adore.
Fine, be that way. Then we won't ask you why you're participating. Instead, why did you join Vahumana?
You two sure like to poke your noses where they don't belong.
Calme-toi.
If I don't say anything, are you going to annoy me to death?
Yeah.
I heard that the Vahumana researcher named Akaba was researching the Tatarasuna incident, so I wrote a few essays to refute his points.
Oh, chouchou.
Later, when I was bored, I wrote some commentary on societal issues in Inazuma. I didn't expect Vahumana to consider me as one of them. Someone even invited me to a lecture or whatever.
Okay.
From start to finish, it was just the wishful thinking of idiots. A misunderstanding. There's your answer. Simple.
Okay.
But when Lesser Lord Kusanali heard about this, she went out of her way to get me registered in Vahumana. She used the name Hat Guy.
Je savais que c'était Nahida. À 100% c'était Nahida.
Enough chit-chat. You're better off wasting your time with the other contestants.
Non, I'm wasting my time with you because I want to. Continue de parler.
Someone's about to get very unlucky. Wanna guess who?
Who?
How is anyone supposed to relax with you around?
Il va stresser tout le monde.
We've gotta stay alert and keep a close eye on him.
Ouais, il va pas faire de dinguerie, mais... Ok,
Looks
ok.
like Karina's got a moment now. Let's go chat with her.
Hey, wait, do you have something to say?
Enjoy the Interdarshan Championship. This will be one to remember, I'm sure.
Attends, tu vas faire une dinguerie ou... T'es bizarre quand même. Pourquoi?
You know, I was just thinking, how did the two of you meet?
I was wrestling with a particularly tricky problem, and she happened to pass by while I was puzzling over it at the House of Dana. She then proceeded to provide some comments.
Provide some comments? I was bestowing instruction. In truth, I have no intention of solving Kasharwar's problems for them. But I decided that this youngster seemed to have a decent attitude, and so we had a good chat. But ultimately, I am a Haravatat scholar, so please come to me with questions about linguistics next time.
En vrai, je sais pas si Kuni dit des trucs ominous juste pour être ominous parce que c'est comme ça qu'il a toujours été, ou c'est qu'il sait quelque chose. En plus, il a promis à quelqu'un de pas dire ses intentions. Enfin, il y a un truc bizarre là derrière.
I'm surprised you were willing to come to Sumeru City at all.
Well, the atmosphere at the Academia has improved immensely since Azar and his ilk were deposed.
Ouais.
Master has been busy recently, so he hasn't had the time to instruct me or try to convince me to return to the Academia. So I've been occasionally visiting the city these days. Trade and business are in greater abundance here, so it's much easier to acquire necessary research equipment.
Donc il vient un peu plus souvent ou plus facilement, d'accord.
This will be one to remember, I'm sure.
Oui, j'y suis retournée juste pour réentendre ça là, problème.
you must be the guest commentators Vikas invited. I've heard about you.
Hi.
I saw you two having quite the lively conversation, so I thought it would be best to wait. Are you two free right now?
Yes.
We were actually looking for you, too.
Excellent. Then please allow me to explain your job responsibilities in detail. First, please take these two things.
Oui.
The first item is a custom camera from the Academia. Please use it to record the competition as it unfolds.
Okay.
The second is an event-specific locator that will flag all participants' locations. It will also sound when one of them completes an objective.
Wow! What a convenient little thing!
Aside from you two, there are two other commentators. However, they will remain by the commentators area and will not be following the contestants in real time.
Oh, hey femme. Oh, hey femme et Nilou.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
you probably know them. Alhaitham and Nilu.
Oui. Oh, trop bien.
Oh, it's them! We have to go over and say hi later.
Ah, j'adore, il y a du monde.
Well, don't let me keep you, unless you have any questions for me.
Oh, oui, très intéressant. Oui, j'y pensais même plus. Ouais, j'étais partie ailleurs. Avez-vous vu un homme d'âge moyen aux cheveux blancs dans le coin?
Why do you ask?
J'ai vu quelqu'un comme ça monter sur la scène.
I didn't see any such person. Could I ask when you saw him?
Ils vont nous prendre pour une folle. Juste avant que les représentants des Darshan ne soient présentés.
Strange. I was on stage the entire time and I didn't see anyone come up.
On a eu encore une vision bizarre.
Paimon didn't see anyone either.
Perhaps you're mistaken.
Ah.
However, if you have any leads on that matter, you can talk to me at any time.
Ouais.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Tia et Candace. Il y a tout le monde. Il y a Tia et Candace. Mon cœur va pas tenir là. Hein. Il manque plus que Nahida, je suis refaite à vie là. Oh putain. Oh les femmes là. Oh.
Ah, so they're two friends of yours. In that case, I'll take my leave. May you all have a wonderful time during the extravaganza.
Ouais.
The Academia sent us both invitations, so Dia suggested that we come together.
J'adore Candace.
The villagers were also encouraging me to travel outside the village. I couldn't find it in myself to turn them down.
We're here now, so no point dwelling on that. Even though this extravaganza isn't a holiday or anything, it's still a big deal here in Sumeru. Merchants from all over will set up shop. There'll be tons of stuff to eat, use, and wear, more than you can count. I'm already set on helping you buy 2 new outfits. I mean, who wears the same thing at work and home anyway?
I'm looking forward to it. Just being able to relax and wander the streets freely has already made my day.
So, traveler, Paimon, you two want to come with?
We'd love to, but we've got work to do right now.
Merde.
Aw, that's a shame.
Oh.
Let's hang out together when you're free then.
Sure.
Yes.
In that case, Candace and I'll head out first. Good clothing and fabrics are very much in demand. You snooze, you lose. Oh, right. We should also get some accessories.
No need to rush. I think we'll have a better time if we take things slow. See you two later.
Bye.
Feel free to come find us whenever you have the time.
Oh, elle est tellement calme et posée. Son attitude et sa voix, j'adore.
Paimon didn't think that Candace and Dia would come.
Moi non plus.
Hanging out with them sounds like a great time. Still, looks like the competition's starting soon.
Ouais.
Let's where Alhaitham is and see what's going on.
Let's go. Score du tournoi. Je vais pas m'en remettre. Je vais pas m'en remettre du surnom là. C'est Nahida qui l'a entré comme ça, mais... Nahida, tu sais qu'on lui a donné un nom? Enfin, je sais pas moi. What the hell?
I will now announce the rules for the first round of the competition. Please listen carefully.
Go my boy, go my boy.
During the opening ceremony, Academia staff released several cages of butterflies, and many of them are now fluttering within Sumeru City.
Oh, d'accord, quelqu'un voulait...
Amongst these butterflies, 3 of them will be special swift flies. They have a different appearance and also fly a little faster. Your objective this round is to find a swift fly and bring it to me. 3 points will be awarded to the first participant to return, 2 to the second, and 1 point to the third.
C'est nul un peu.
That is all for the first round. Should you require clarification on anything, please ask any of the other staff.
Oh, Hathem's all business all the time, huh?
Ouais.
That said, how did he get picked to be a commentator? Paimon's kinda curious.
Finding 3 specific butterflies in a place as large as Sumeru City sounds rather improbable.
Oh.
If these swift flies behave anything like regular butterflies...
Le génie, lui il va faire vite, il s'y connaît tellement bien.
I'm off. It will take some time to search every corner of Sumeru City.
My god.
Huh? You're going just like that?
A champion walks the road to victory.
Oh mon dieu, il est déter lui juste pour avoir sa fichue carte.
My dear Kasharawar Jr., I have a plan. How about some cooperation between you and me?
Pourquoi je sens que Kuni va faire 0 effort? Non sérieux, je sens qu'il va...
Cooperation?
Parce qu'il s'en fout en fait.
Looks like everyone's got their own plans for this, Tuffy.
Il est où d'ailleurs?
We're supposed to go on stage next, right? Let's wait and see everyone's reactions first.
Des mecs.
Huh?
Coco!
Wait a minute. Look, he seems to be observing the other contestants just like we are.
What is he doing? Il respire, je meurs.
We were right not to let our guard down.
Il respire, mon cœur il fait.
Do you remember those things we made previously?
Huh? You mean...
It's time for them to shine.
It looks like Faruzan and Kaveh have some secret plan.
Oh, hello there. Madame Faruzan and I are discussing how...
Shh! Hush now! The walls have ears around here. We should keep it a secret for now. But you'll find out what we have in store soon enough.
Okay.
Come now, let's go. Before the others act.
All right, there's no time to lose. We're off to make our preparations. See you later.
See you.
This is basically what I'll need.
Kool-Aid!
Do you think you'll have any difficulties?
Kool-Aid!
I have most of the reagents with me, and I can buy the rest. Kale, you're here too!
Oh, il y a tout le monde! Ah!
Kainari, you have a master plan ready?
My hypothesis is that the swift fly's morphological variations won't significantly affect their fundamental nature. So I'm planning on using this to lure them out.
D'accord.
Of course, I could be wrong. Every mutation opens the door to new possibilities, especially when they are artificially introduced. Details will have to wait until after the post-experimental analysis. For now, Kale and I are going to buy some reagents for our experiment. Alright, well, see you later.
See you.
See ya!
Alright. Oh, Layla, elle doit pas savoir quoi faire.
Hey, Layla! You look a little worried.
Yeah, I have no idea what I should do. What color are these swift flies? Do they have special markings? How do they differ from ordinary butterflies? Oh, I can't even figure out these basic questions, and most of what I've learned in the past is completely useless here.
What are you doing?
People who research the stars supposed to have some extraordinary abilities? Why not use astrology to solve it?
Why are you being helpful?
Oh, you're another contestant. That guy, was it?
Eh, par contre, lui dis pas de trucs méchants parce que elle va pleurer et tu vas paniquer.
Is it that you can't use astrology during the day? Guess that skill's less useful than I thought.
No, it's not like that. If it's daytime, all I need is an astrolabe.
So, why don't you do that then?
Mona Magistus, the astrologist, said that those who constantly use astrology to obtain things that shouldn't be theirs will eventually lose the blessing from the stars.
Mona, on la connaît, Mona.
It's just something I read in an academic publication. I really love to read Mona's essays.
On la connaît.
You're overthinking it. Power is just a tool. It just seems to me that you don't have the resolve to win this. Well, suit yourself.
Wallow in your immature ideals if you like.
Connie, arrête!
Hey! Seriously? Just walking off after saying a bunch of mean stuff like that?
Don't be rude!
Did I say something wrong just now?
Non, non, c'est t'inquiète.
Thank you so much. I've made up my mind not to use astrology for this. I think I'll just try my luck in the city. To be honest, I've always been pretty good at observation, and if I'm fortunate, I might be able to find that special butterfly species.
Lord Sino seems to have found a swiftfly. Come
Oh.
on, let's go check it out.
Mais le mec...
Really? Where?
The butterfly flew up high, and he's chasing it now.
L'image doit être trop drôle.
Oh, no time to lose. Let's go see.
Oh, ils vont peut-être se bastonner à ce moment-là, non? Non, je sais pas.
Expected of Sino. Actually, shouldn't you two go have a look as well? The moment when he catches the butterfly will likely be one worth recording after all.
Ouais.
I'll head into the city shortly to start my own search. I'll see you later.
Alright.
See
In that
you.
case, let's go see Sino first, and then we can check on what everyone else is up to.
I'm going to try my luck in the city, too.
Hey, vous deux, salut.
I didn't expect that you would be invited as well.
Neither did we. By the way, how did you get picked, Al-Haytham?
There were several factors, but primarily the recommendation of the sages. I suppose they assumed that I'd have the free time for this job after resigning as acting Grand Sage. That said, they'd probably claim that my calm demeanor would help maintain fairness in the competition.
Sounds like you've got a lot on your plate.
Ouais.
Not really. The job itself is quite simple and effortless.
Et toi, Nilou?
This is my first time commentating for such a competition. I'm feeling kinda nervous.
Bon, ça ira.
Nilu, how did you get picked to be a guest commentator?
The staff said that spectators would be less inclined to come if the contestants and commentators were all from the academia. I don't quite understand it, but I'm happy that we're able to all meet again.
Oui. C'est vrai qu'ils se connaissent du coup, vu qu'ils avaient fait le plan ensemble et tout. Ouais, la carte pour voir l'emplacement de Sino. Ah, wait. Oh, on voit chacun leurs emplacements. Je vais bien, je vais bien. God. Oh, les voilà.
Good. We've got all our ingredients. Next, could I trouble you to help me mix them together?
Of course, Master.
C'est juste pour passer les bras. Oh, mais il y a Dia et Candace là. Hello.
What a crowd. Seems the academia extravaganza is in full swing. What do you want to get?
Maybe we can buy some gifts to bring back.
Now? Huh. I usually get gifts last. Let's go walk around somewhere else first.
Oh, hi.
Let me find a good place to...
To what? Bro.
Let me find a good place to...
To what? Ah, il est infernal. Je l'adore. Ah, Faruzan et Cave.
Are you sure it's alright to release so many?
Oula.
Have some faith. It'll be fine.
Oula, qu'est-ce qu'ils font Bon, Sino, qu'est-ce que tu fous? Maintenant, c'est pas là qu'ils vont se battre parce qu'ils étaient pas ici. Qu'est-ce que... Hi.
We found you, Sino. Oh, wait. Is that a swiftfly?
Damn. Oui, c'est pour ça qu'on a eu que dans le trailer il y avait Al-Haytham en mode commentateur. C'est parce qu'il est littéralement un commentateur. Et donc c'est pour ça qu'il y avait Cave, Faruzan, et il y avait Sino et Wanderer qui se battaient pour une raison, je sais pas, peut-être qu'ils se battent pour un des trucs, mais je sais pas.
Stay put. Don't move.
He caught it.
Bravo.
Sino, what's wrong?
This isn't what I'm looking for. It's a...
Finally, I made it. I heard that you caught a swiftfly, Sino. Mind letting me see what it looks like? Hold on. Isn't this the mechanical bait that I released earlier? Why would you catch that instead of a swiftfly?
Ok, d'accord.
Wait a minute. If we consider this from a different angle, isn't it a good thing that the bait you made was convincing enough to fool even Sino?
D'accord.
That's right. During a previous interior design project, I felt that the artificial flowers on a wall were a little bland, so I decided on placing a few moving mechanical butterflies to add some pizzazz.
Okay.
In order to make them both small and nimble, I consulted with Madame Faruzan. Not long ago, the two of us took all those mechanical butterflies and released them into the city.
Okay.
Why would you do that?
Need you even ask? Young people these days really do need to get out more. Have you never played that game where you place strips of paper on a bamboo pole and wave it across a field of flowers to attract a whole kaleidoscope of butterflies?
No, I haven't. Wait, so you're trying to...
That's right. The butterflies within the city will mistake our mechanical bait for one of their own and follow them around. As long as we keep releasing and retrieving our bait, we can capture all the butterflies within the city. What comes afterward is just a matter of separating the swift flies from the others.
Huh. Guess that's one way to do it.
Do not underestimate the wisdom of your elders. I had already thought of this method the moment the round's rules were announced. Of course, we also owe much to this fine junior of mine here for making such lifelike butterflies. It seems that Kasharawar has not quite declined as far as I had thought in recent years. Their teaching skills at least seem to be intact.
Well, I just stuck to what I do best. The idea was yours.
No need to be so polite. Once we capture all these butterflies, we shall split the points for this round. Look, one of them is returning now. Huh? Wait a moment. Are my eyes deceiving me? Why don't I see any butterflies behind it?
That's because there are none. Seems like your plan has hit a snag.
Looks like the match continues. I'll be looking elsewhere.
Huh. Strange. Has something else diverted their attention? Come, let's search in the direction the bait returned from.
We'll go have a look too.
Ouais, ok. My god. Oh, bon Saino, tu restes là? Ok. Yahoo! Vous avez vu quelque chose? Non, ok. Wouh! J'ai l'impression d'être en multijoueur, trop bien. Alors. Non, toujours rien? Ok. Oh! Tainari a trouvé un meilleur truc.
Faruzan, Kaveh, why did you two stop?
Bah t'es aveugle, Paimon ou quoi là?
So it was the Morta boy.
Bah.
Tainari!
Fascinating, isn't it? The butterflies have all congregated here due to a special incense that I used.
Il est trop malin.
I infused it with 3 different types of honey, and the butterflies, following the fragrance, have gathered around me.
Butterflies must have really sharp noses then. Wait, do they even have noses? I've never seen one.
They do not, in fact, and their vision isn't stellar either. However, they can use their antennae to distinguish between scents, and their olfactory senses are generally quite advanced, allowing them to detect floral fragrances from great distances.
Oh, so that's how it is. I had a pet butterfly once. I picked wildflowers and placed them in its box, but it wouldn't eat any.
That's normal. Raising butterflies isn't difficult, but there are many things you should take note of. Appropriate temperature, sufficient air, and a spacious environment are examples of such considerations. You must also ensure that the food you've chosen suits their palate. Most importantly, you must curb your curiosity and avoid disturbing them while they rest. Otherwise, they may become stressed.
Sorry. I liked to poke at its wings at the time.
C'est les gosses.
Humans tend to rear many creatures due to their aesthetic value, but not all are suited to such a process.
Ouais.
Caring for living beings is hard work. Impulse alone is insufficient. Some prerequisite knowledge is always required.
Merci Tainari, say it louder.
You sure do know a lot.
I have a question too. I bought a scarab not long ago and it hasn't seemed very active. Can you help me figure out why?
I'd like to keep a duskbird as a pet. What are some key points I should consider?
Damn.
Is it possible to keep a Rishbalin tiger as a pet?
Good.
All right, it seems like you all have a great deal of questions. But I am in the middle of the Interdarshan Championship at the moment, so I'm afraid I can't answer them all now. Let me propose an alternative. Next month, there will be a biology lecture at Gendarvaville, and I will be sharing some interesting insights on living organisms there. If you're interested, you can attend that lecture, and if you should have any questions, just prepare them ahead of time. I'll answer questions after I've finished speaking.
All right, I'll be there.
Of course, please try to ask more rational questions. For example, whether you can raise a Rishbalin tiger as a pet or not is mainly dependent on whether you can overcome one in a fight.
Looks like Tainari's science lecture will draw quite a crowd.
Huh? Oh. Was I listening in for that long?
Ah bah t'as vu Farouzan?
Seems Kale's master does live up to his title as a teacher.
Madam Farouzan, I've had a look around. Nearly all the butterflies in this area have been attracted by the incense. However, we can cast our bait further away to avoid this area.
All right, then let's get moving. We shan't let all the butterflies get away from us if we can help it.
Seems like the competition's really heating up. Let's go see how the other contestants are doing.
C'est ce que dit Haifam. Ok, c'est bien foutu. Pourquoi il y a un truc de dialogue sur Layla? Peut-être parce que c'est sur elle qu'il faut aller ensuite. Il a pas bougé? Si, il a bougé. Donc eux maintenant ils sont là.
Let's wait here. Seems my age is catching up with me.
Il est où KV? Ah, il est là.
Please lead the Swiftflies back here. I'm really counting on you.
Arrêtez avec cette musique! Je vais chialer. J'en peux plus. J'ai l'impression d'être en train de le stalker tellement je... Dès qu'il change d'endroit, je vais voir ce qu'il fait. Psychopathe. Ah, bah il s'est assis. Hi. Oh!
What brings you two here?
Curiosity.
Huh? You're here having coffee? Aren't you supposed to be a contestant?
Il en a rien à faire, Jody. Je sais pas ce qu'il...
Is there really any need for me to take part while everyone's running around like it's some sort of carnival? Don't worry. I'll get involved once things actually get serious.
Okay. Okay, fine. Hey, là.
Plaira, how are things going on your end?
I've been searching for quite a while now, but I haven't seen any sign of the Swiftflies yet. Instead, I ended up catching a few mechanical devices that looked very similar to butterflies. I wonder where they came from.
Looks like Farouzan and Kave's devices are everywhere now.
I'll keep up the search. That said, I've noticed that a number of butterflies in the city has already decreased a lot compared to when the event started. Probably because the other contestants are coming up with their own ways to catch butterflies. Alright, I'll do my best too. Huh?
What's this?
C'en est un.
Oh, what a coincidence. I guess I just need to catch it now, right? Oh, please wait. Aw, there it goes.
It's so fast! Paimon thought all Hatham said they were only a little faster.
No, come back.
Come on, Traveler, let's go too.
Let's go.
The locator's going off.
Ah!
Looks like someone's already caught themselves a Swiftfly.
Wait, je peux pas l'attraper moi? Je suis juste devant. Eh, j'aurais pu le choper. Je peux le choper là.
The locator's going off again. So, someone else finished too? That would mean that the one Layla's chasing is the last Swiftfly.
Oh. Oh, il y avait dit I can
It just occurred to me that we should also get you a makeup box.
No, it's fine. I don't think I'll end up using it.
Maybe you won't, but it doesn't hurt to have one, right? Come on, just trust me on this one. Huh? Who are you, and what do you want?
Please, don't move.
Don't move? Who sent you?
Dear.
Don't worry, I can handle this. Now, tell me, what do you want?
Très jolie illustration.
I believe she's looking for this. Here, take it.
Merci Candace! Oh my god. Oh my god.
A butterfly? Was it on my head?
Ah mais j'avais même pas vu, elle a un hairpin. Oh, t'es trop jolie comme ça.
Oh, you're...
It's been a while, Layla.
Elles se connaissent.
A friend of yours? Oh, so she must be the one you were telling me about.
Huh? You two know each other?
Oh yeah, it has been some time. The first time I ever woke up after sleepwalking, I somehow found myself in our village. Candace was the one who took care of me then.
That's right. She didn't look well, so I gave her something to eat. She said a lot of complicated things about astrology, the night sky, the stars. Not sure I understood it all, but it sounded pretty enchanting. Right.
Quelle
Do
femme.
you still want this butterfly? It seems like you were chasing it all the way here. It's of little use to me, but if you don't want it, I can release it.
Just let her have it. It's no big deal.
The swiftfly was flying so fast, but you were able to catch it like it was nothing, Candace.
Oh, it didn't seem that quick, really. I was actually worried that I would injure it. But I'm glad that didn't happen.
Anyway, sorry about the butterfly thing. With the way you suddenly came running over like that, I thought you were hired to take us out or something. Huh. On second thought, I guess I've never seen an assassin that looks tired with dark bags around their eyes. Oh, you must be taking part in the championship. Take it from me. Don't let it stop you from getting some rest.
Layla se repose jamais, même pour ses études, depuis qu'elle est à l'académie. Alors...
I'll do what I can. Thank you.
We'll be on our way then. See you later.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's bring the swiftfly back together with Layla.
It seems we have a third contestant who has returned with a swiftfly. With that, the first round has come to an end.
Ah.
I anticipate that all of you will keep up the effort for the second round. Dismissed.
Your closing statement sounded so... how do I put it? Decisive?
Well, you could certainly stand to try being more decisive, Nilu. It would help you live more freely.
Hang on a second. Who were the first two contestants with Swift?
Tighnari was first, and as for the second, it's being discussed right now.
Hey, Alhaitham, I think I've come up with a good idea. Second place gets 2 points, right? Can't Madame Faruzan and I split the points between us?
Quite the imagination you have there. I've read the championship handbook from cover to cover, and I never saw any rule which permits that.
Then we can just add a rule.
Do you really think I'd do that?
Come on, you're not going to stand in the way of my victory, are you?
Un vieux couple marié, ces deux-là.
Well, you're free to send the organizing committee an application outlining your naive proposal. They'll get back to you within 3 working days.
Old married couple.
3 working days? It'll be too late by then.
Sans blague.
Unfortunately for you, even dreaming is gonna cost you.
Paimon gets it now. Kaveh and Faruzan found the second swiftfly together, but the rules say that only one person can get the points.
Oh well, the rules are the rules. Since you call me madam and politely ask for my help, I shall give you these points.
So I'll put the points under Kaveh's name then?
No. If I take these points, won't that only detract from your contributions, Madame Faruzan? You might be alright with that, but I cannot do it. Not in good conscience.
I don't have any problem with it. There are 2 more rounds after all. Losing one isn't a major setback. But if you insist, I have another method. We can draw lots to see who will receive the points.
Lots, huh?
What? Is there something wrong with that idea?
No. Well, let's do it.
All right. I'll get the paper needed for the lots. Give me a moment.
Oh, seriously?
I'm sorry, but it appears that luck was on my side this time.
No, you do deserve it. I'm just lamenting my bad luck. Perhaps that's why my life is rife with troubles.
Indeed. It's rare to see anyone with such terrible luck be so willing to decide victory via lots.
And what would you know about that? I just...
We can save bickering for later. Record the points under Farazan, and that'll finally bring the first round to a close.
Il y a un truc un peu plus deep là derrière.
The second round will be held in the desert. We'll be moving our commentator stand over to Aru Village.
D'accord.
Let's meet up in Aru Village once everything is ready. I'll announce the details of the second round then. Till then, you have some free time. I'm off the clock at this point, so it's farewell for now.
Il me fume ce gars.
Wait, I'll hate them! You...
Don't be upset, Kaveh. Sighing can carry away your good luck, you know.
Oh, so that's how it works. In that case, I'll take in some deep breaths. Maybe that'll help me make up for all the luck I've lost.
Kaveh, t'es trop mignon.
It's really no big deal. 2 points aren't enough to decide victory or defeat just yet. I'll win the next round, you'll see.
Looks like you've managed to pick yourself back up, young man. Good. I must warn you, though, that I'm quite familiar with the desert. You'll have to try your best if you don't want to lose.
C'est vrai qu'elle s'y connaît bien.
I'm no stranger to the desert either. I'll be fine. All right then, that's enough chit-chat for now. I'm going to check the area out.
So the current standings are Tainari in first place, Farazan in second, and Layla in third. Ugh. Guess we should also take a nice break before the next round starts. But where should we go first?
Why, you two look a little lost. If you're not sure where to start enjoying the Academia extravaganza, then may I suggest that you have a chat with our boss?
T'es qui, toi?
Your boss? Who's that? Do we know them?
Well, only the most famous merchant in all of Sumeru, Lord Sangamo Bay.
Oh, you mean Dory?
Désolée. Je suis pas fan de Dory. Son personnage un peu lourd pour moi, je trouve. Enfin, meuf chiante quoi.
Precisely. Our boss sent me to inform you two that she'll be waiting for you at Sumeru City's North Gate.
Sérieux? C'est ça qu'on va faire pendant la pause? Mais je préfère aller me faire insulter par Kuni, moi. Ok. Y a plus personne là dans la ville? La journée est finie donc y a plus personne, c'est ça? Moi j'ai envie de voir s'il y a pas des petits trucs. Je vais faire un tour de la ville. Pro player. Boum boum. Bon, qu'est-ce que tu veux?
Oh, well if it isn't the traveler in Paimon. Hey Dory, are you here to attend the Academia extravaganza too?
Of course! People are practically flocking to Sumeru City. You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to do business. This is one of the entrances into the city, and it's very close to the Wisdom Gala booths. There'll be an endless stream of customers. I can already hear the Mora going clink, clink, clink as they fill my coin pouch.
Ces lines, parce que je l'ai eu, j'ai eu Dory. Toutes ces lines ont un rapport avec la moulaga, genre rien d'autre.
Well, is there anything you'd like to purchase? We've got
Incroyable.
everything you need and deals that can't be beat.
Paimon.
Well, do you have anything to eat?
C'est bon, on va pas se faire emplumer.
Wait, we're celebrating the extravaganza and you're only thinking of eating... I mean, of course, we've got lots of things to eat. That said, I recommend that you also consider some of the great bargains we have going on. The Wisdom Gala is about to begin, and once it starts, each of the Darshans will prepare a small challenge for everyone. And just between us, I have some super booster supplements for sale. Eat just one to boost both your strength and dexterity for a short time, allowing you to overcome any challenge.
No thanks, we'll pass. These little challenges are gonna be a cinch for the two of us. Just you watch. Anyway, Paimon just wants something to eat, please. If you don't have any food, then we'll just go somewhere else.
That's good, Paimon.
All right. Mora is Mora, after all. Oh, what would you like to eat?
Well, Paimon's pretty hungry right now. Do you have any patching?
Let me see.
This is a huge job, isn't it?
If this works out, we'll be set.
Here you go. 2 servings of touching. See? I told you there's nothing Lord Sangamabay can't procure.
Yay! Huh? What are you looking at, Traveler? Oh? Who? Someone we know?
Was it someone suspicious? Have we attracted some unwanted attention?
Huh? What's happening, Dory? Is there something else going on?
I don't know who you saw just now, but I do have some hard-to-come-by information about the extravaganza. If you want to know more, we can talk business later.
C'est tout? Ok. Oh. Waouh. Oh. Ah oui, je me souviens, oui. Ok. Ouais, tout ça, c'est des trucs du coup que je vais pas forcément faire. Ouais. Ce qu'on fera surtout ensemble, c'est le tournoi Interdarshan. Ce sera le plus intéressant. On aura Farouzan à la fin, mais il y a des primogènes à la clé aussi. Yes, yes. On a 3 actes. Ok. Et du coup, entre deux, il y aura les petits trucs à faire. Donc là, on attend le lendemain matin. Donc on va faire ça et puis voilà. Perdu par l'académie. L'incident d'il y a 20 ans. De hell. Ok, bon, en tout cas, on va faire tous ces petits trucs là et puis du coup, on fait une ellipse pour se retrouver au 2e acte. We're back.
Is it me, or are the bags under your eyes even darker than during the last round? Are you alright?
Thanks for the concern, Kaveh. I just haven't been sleeping well lately. Even though I try to fall asleep, I can't get the championship out of my head. And before I know it, it's morning again.
I know the feeling. That happens to me too when I'm agonizing over my blueprints.
Do you have any tips for dealing with that?
To be honest with you, no. You could say there are many things that don't have a quick fix and can only be endured. I suppose you can think of it as something akin to an illness. Sometimes there's no effective cure, so you just have to let things run their course. I don't know what's stressing you out, but I can feel all the anxiety and pressure coming from you. The next round's about to start, so chin up and do your best.
Oh, Kaveh.
Oh, okay. You do your best too.
Looks like everyone's here. I will now explain the second round to you all. There are 3 ley line disruptors buried in the area around Aru village. These devices can imitate the effects of ley line disruption and will constantly interfere with the environment. Your goal is to shut them down. The first 3 who manage to finish this task will be awarded 4, 3, and 2 points accordingly. Note that each person may only bring a set amount of food and water with them, and that leaving the designated competition zone will result in disqualification.
Okay.
Well, what do you think? Want to team up again? I shall consider letting you have the points on account of what happened in the previous round.
That's all right. I've been here many times, and in any case, machines are one of my specialties. I doubt this will be particularly difficult.
It's good to see such confidence in a youngster like yourself. I also happen to be well acquainted with this place. Let's see who will find these devices first. But aside from us, you should remember that there's a favorite for champion. We must be careful of him.
A favorite to win? Who is it?
Shh! Not so loud. I mean that boy, Tainari. He took first place in the previous round, and if he does so again this time, we may as well declare this competition over.
Oh.
I heard that you solved the Vidya Forest's leyline effluence problem with him not long ago. Since this round involves resolving a machine-simulated leyline disruption, it should be a simple matter for him.
That's true. It does look like his odds of winning are pretty high.
He already has Kale, who is an excellent pupil. If he were to win this round as well, then wouldn't we just be letting him have all the fun? As his senior, it's my solemn duty to prevent such an inequitable arrangement from happening. I'm off.
Okay.
I'll get going as well. See you later.
How are you feeling?
I think I'm okay. But I'll take things slowly for now.
Is this all the water we're getting?
Sorry, that's what the rules say. While this round seems to be about how quickly you can shut down the devices, it's also testing your ability to survive in tough conditions.
I knew it'd be harder than I had expected.
Oh.
So we'll either need to find the devices as quickly as possible, or we'll have to save our energy and wait for an opportunity. Okay, I'll head out shortly. Thanks a lot, Nilou.
You're welcome. Please take care of yourself.
Well, there goes everybody. So, who should we visit this time? Let Paimon think. Oh, right! Didn't Farozan say that Tighnari's the favorite to win? Let's go look for him first.
Ok. Let's go. On voit encore les emplacements de tout le monde. Bah go. On va aller stalker des gens.
The sun is especially intense today. I hope Tighnari will be alright.
Ah.
Probably not. I should go check on him.
Ah, ouais. Aïe. Bro, tu fais quoi? Qu'est-ce qu'il fout tout seul? Ah, pour changer.
This seems more annoying than the last round. That's fine though. I'll find some place to sit and watch them scurry.
C'est tout ce qu'il a à faire. Il prend même pas le temps de...
Hey, Tighnari? Tighnari! Huh? Weird. The locator says that he should be around here somewhere. Tighnari! Can you hear us?
Ah non, il va pas bien.
Huh? Oh no, it looks like he's fainted. We have to help him. Tighnari, are you okay?
It's so hot.
Oh, so you passed out because of the heat. Are you not used to getting around in the desert?
Bah apparemment pas.
That's right. I usually bring lots of water when I go to the desert, precisely to avoid this situation. I went through all my water very quickly, and with the effects of the disturbed ley lines, I started feeling dizzy. My ancestors, the Voluk-Ashuna, were originally from the desert. But I guess this is what happens when a species migrates. They become intolerant of their original environment.
Ah.
This isn't the time for a history lesson. Let's get you some water.
Humans. Such fragile beings. Your bodies can't even survive extreme changes in the environment.
Bro!
Here, take this. Let him drink it.
Oh! Les illustrations sont vraiment stylées. Ah bah oui, toi t'en as pas besoin. Oui, évidemment, oui, il en a pas besoin lui.
Are you serious? This had better be just normal water. Hey, you're leaving already?
Mais il les aide. Enfin, c'est bizarre quand même. Je sais pas.
Paimon really doesn't get that guy. What's he up to? Anyway, let's focus on helping Tighnari drink some water first.
I'm feeling a little better now. Thanks, you two.
Oh, it wasn't just the two of us. Just now.
Found you at last.
Sino, you're here too.
I was concerned, so I came back to check on you. Will you be able to go on?
The fur on my tail is so dry, it's practically been singed right off. I don't see any purpose in pushing myself beyond what is reasonable. It appears I'm not suited to this particular round. I should probably just return to Aru village and rest.
Really? So you're backing out?
Bah...
Yes. I do have my results in the first round to serve as a buffer, so even if I forfeit this round, I still have a chance to turn things around later. Withdrawing now will allow me to conserve my energy. Continuing to push onward would be counterproductive.
A wise decision. Let's get you back to Aru village.
It's fine. I can make it back on my own.
Tighnari.
Oh, stop trying to be so polite. Come on, we'll help you back to Aru Village.
Allez, Candace va t'aider et tout. Logiquement, elle doit être revenue, Candace, je pense. Ah, bah Leila, elle est là-bas. Elle est où, Leila? Elle est en dessous? Ah ouais, elle est là.
How are you feeling now, Tighnari? Do you want to rest some more?
There's some shade here, so we can stop for a while.
All right, let's do that.
Bon, ça lag, hein. C'est vraiment chiant. Leila.
Oh, Sino and Tighnari. And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you.
Oh, hey, Layla!
Yeah, the sun was too strong, so I decided to take cover here for a while. What about you? Are you all done already?
Unfortunately not. I'm not quite as capable as I thought. I intend to withdraw from this round. Sino and the Traveler are escorting me back to Aru Village.
Withdraw? Can you even do that?
I believe the rules do provide for such a situation. Alhaitham did say that the act of leaving the competition grounds would result in disqualification from the round.
Didn't I ask you if you were all right before this? If you had just decided to withdraw then, you wouldn't have had to suffer.
Well, I had to try, didn't I? So I tried, and it didn't work out. And now I'm backing out while I can. When I get back, I'm definitely going to make a batch of sun-resistant oil. Next time I venture into the desert, I'll be prepared. By the way, you're Layla, aren't you? You don't look very well yourself. Will you be all right?
Ça ne va pas être facile pour elle non plus. Parce que chaleur et stress, c'est pas des... C'est pas copain, hein.
I did feel a little faint when I first entered the desert, but I feel a lot better after resting here for a while.
C'était sûr.
Be careful not to push yourself too hard.
Don't worry. I'm just...
Bah t'es fatiguée.
Feeling the pressure?
Et en plus.
You can tell?
Your expression is similar to the ones I see on criminals' faces when I interrogate them.
Sino, arrête, tu peux lui faire peur.
To tell you the truth, I'm still not sure whether I have what it takes to represent the Darshan in the championship. Most people voted for me because of all the rumors surrounding me, and to be honest, those rumors don't really mean anything. Now I don't know how to deal with all the expectations they've put on me. Even the people who usually criticize me voted for me this time. So I feel like I have to live up to their expectations somehow.
So their expectations are putting pressure on you.
Yes. Actually, I heard that you were voted in as well, Tighnari. How do you deal with it?
To be completely honest, I don't really feel any pressure. Firstly, those who expect things from you do not necessarily do so for benign reasons. On the other hand, those who do consider your feelings certainly wouldn't want you to push yourself. Next, we are researchers. Our primary duty is to interact with knowledge, not to meet others' expectations. As for me, I took part in this competition to advertise for an academic lecture at Gandharvaville next month. I'll obviously try my best during the competition, but I won't let any additional pressure get to me. I think you can also try to find a clearly defined goal. That may help you.
Bien dit, Tighnari.
I understand. Thanks for your advice.
I'm absolutely parched after talking so much.
I've still got some water with me.
No, I'll be all right. We aren't far from Aru Village, so I can go the rest of the way myself. You should get back to the competition. Don't you want to win that limited edition card?
Yes. All right then. Your spirit will live on through me.
Hey, don't talk like that. I'm not dead, Sino. Everyone, I'll be heading back now. See you after the round ends.
Ouais.
I'll continue searching for the ley line disruptors.
you feeling better now, Layla?
Yeah, I feel like some of the weight has been taken off my shoulders after chatting with Tighnari. It's been a long time since I first left my hometown to come to the academia, and every day here has been so precious. But of course, there have been some rough times. All sorts of complex astrological models, countless quizzes, and essays that took all my brain power to barely finish. Each of those things are like huge boulders barreling at me, forcing me to continue running forward. When I was chosen as my Darshan's representative, it felt like another boulder was added to the ones already rolling behind me. Every time I close my eyes, I think of all the people I'd disappoint if I mess up.
Tu ne décevras pas.
Yeah, I think that's what Tighnari was trying to tell me. You're our good friends, which is why you didn't stop him from dropping out of this round, and why you don't feel disappointed in me.
That's right! No need to feel so down!
That said, he did also say that he hopes I could have more concrete goals for taking part in this competition. I don't have any now, but I'll give that some thought. Anyway, I won't take up any more of your time. You still have to record the other contestants' progress, don't you? Perhaps they've had some breakthroughs while we've been chatting.
True.
Ouais.
We should go look for the others. Now, who's left? Tighnari's dropped out for the round, and we just saw Sino.
You could go see how Madame Farozan's doing. I've heard that she's quite knowledgeable about the desert, so she's probably made some progress by now.
Okay, let's go look for Farozan.
Ok.
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
Si tu le dis. Il est encore au même endroit, lui. Il est toujours à des endroits improbables.
Looks like someone's taking it easy.
You should be thrilled that I have nothing to do. Otherwise, that means someone's in for a very, very bad day.
Oh, jeez!
If you don't get any points this round, you won't have a shot at winning.
It's not like I care about winning or clout. Really, the real prize for me is watching all these people fight over something so useless.
Ça m'étonne même pas.
Oh, you reminded me of something. There shouldn't be any more incidents after this round. If you'll excuse me, I have somewhere to be.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'il fout? Je comprends pas ce qu'il fout, bref. Eh, où est-ce qu'il y a un truc? Wait, 2 secondes. Where? Bitch, where? Mais il est où le truc que je vois là? C'est quoi ce délire là? Mais what? Je l'ai jamais vu ce truc là. Ok, bref. Ça fait une... Putain... Il me casse la tête, eux.
I will never give up. How did the rest go? Oh, right. I will never give up. My will is my greatest weapon.
Ok. Qu'est-ce qu'il fout, lui? Caveille, tu fais quoi?
There's another one.
Oh, c'est trop mignon. C'est trop cute. Attends, il y a une quête ici que j'avais jamais vue. Roi Farozan.
Hey there, Farozan. Have you made any progress?
Ah, you're just in time. I'm about to start digging right here.
Oh, you found the ley line disruptor already?
Such a simple problem could never confound me. Not long after entering the desert, I discovered a primal construct that was acting abnormally, so I followed it all the way here. Once I got near here, it suddenly disappeared. Something unusual must be happening around this area.
You're a true expert, Madame Farozan. You knew what to do right away.
Well, I do happen to have more experience than most. But that aside, has anyone completed this challenge yet?
Nope,
No.
not yet.
Well then, I suppose I'll be the first. What about that boy Tighnari?
Ouais, about that.
Oh? And why's that?
He's not used to being out and about in the desert.
Huh. I didn't think he would have such a weakness. I suppose he could use a bit more training. What about the others? Is that Ratawahist girl still a bundle of nerves?
Tainari gave Layla some advice, and she seems to be doing a lot better now. Sino just started his search for the disruptors, and as for that guy, well, who knows what he's thinking.
And what about Kaveh? Has he found a ley line disruptor yet?
Il est avec des animaux, je sais pas ce qu'il fout.
Paimon doesn't think so, or our locators would have already let us know.
Strange. What's he lollygagging for? With his skills, you should have heard something from him by now. Well, I'm afraid the most thrilling moments are already done here. You should probably go find Kaveh and see how he's faring now.
Bah si elle est toujours avec ses animaux, on va voir. Mais pourquoi t'es parti là-bas, frère? C'est là, il m'intrigue beaucoup trop. Je vais voir juste pour... Oh! Oh non, pardon! Oh, je suis désolée! Oh, je suis désolée. Oh, les pauvres chats! Je les ai pas tués au moins. Ah, il est au même endroit? Oh non, il a pas bougé.
I have somewhere to be.
Bop. Mais qu'est-ce qu'il fout? Pourquoi il y en a 3? Il y en avait 2 tout à l'heure, maintenant il y en a 3, il est avec sa valise là. What in the hell are you doing?
Come on, stop following me. I already gave you all the food I had on me.
C'est trop mignon. Ils sont trop cute.
You can cry all you want. I don't have any more food. All I have left is a half bottle of water, and I can't possibly give you that. Without water, traveling in the desert will be incredibly difficult. And I still need to find what I'm looking for. Mirak, can you help me out here? Keep them away.
Hey, there you are. Farazan told us to come see how you're doing. What are you up to?
Just thinking about it makes me upset. Not long after I entered the desert, I was accosted by these fellows. I don't know why, but they didn't leave the competition grounds. And now the ley line disruptions have left them confused and circling around the area.
Aww.
The moment they saw me, they wouldn't leave me alone. They even cheated me out of my limited food supply.
Oh, ça y est, t'es leur papa.
Hey, didn't I ask you to keep them away?
T'es leur papa.
Kaveh, is this flying metal thingy yours?
That's right. This is my toolbox, Mirak.
Your toolbox? Huh. It seems pretty fancy. Hey there! Can you understand us?
Sometimes I need to carry things when I go out, so it's handy to have a portable toolbox.
Well, this definitely doesn't look like an ordinary toolbox, that's for sure.
It's a long story. When I was working in the desert, I ran into a merchant group who had a machine core they excavated from some tomb. It was clearly from King Deshret's civilization. His technology still isn't fully understood, and Kasharawar has many different opinions on this topic. Our current theories cannot explain such mysteries. Upon seeing such a rare, complete specimen before me, I forked over all the mora on my person to purchase it. Some time back, I wanted to make an automated case that could store my offloaded items. With that core, I created Mirak. It can't understand commands that are too complex, but it can serve as my assistant and help me with things like mapping and surveying. Most importantly, it can't talk, so it can't give me any attitude.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Thanks for helping hide the fact that I live at Alhatham's place earlier.
C'est pas Emma qui...
Sorry.
I hope this season of my life ends soon, so I can get things back on track. Things just started going downhill at some point. Maybe it all started when my mom remarried and left for Fontaine. Or maybe it all started when I spoke to Alhatham in the library.
Aww.
Or maybe it's because constructing the Palace of Alcazar's burned through my funds. I'm still paying off the debt from that one. Oh, when's this going to end?
Oh, ils sont trop mignons. Adopte-les.
Now that I think about it, I guess we're all unlucky here.
Oui, adopte-les.
It's not like any of you asked to be trapped in a ley line disruption. Okay, let me get you all out.
Oui.
Kaveh, aren't you going to look for the ley line disruptors?
Yes, but I can't just leave them here, can I?
Oh,
forget it. The more I think about this, the more I feel a headache coming on. I'll get back to searching once I get them out of here. Time's a-wasting. I'm off.
Oh, comment il les... Comment il le suit?
Hugo looks like he's conflicted. He really wants to win, but he can't ignore those he wants to help. Paimon's always felt like he's the type who easily gets himself into tough spots. Paimon doesn't mean this in an insulting way, but he seems like the kind of guy who'd be really easy to take advantage of.
De hell, c'était quoi ce bruit?
Whoa, someone's done already.
Oh.
Paimon also wants to know.
Qui c'est?
Let's go back and ask Al-Haytham.
Attends, du coup, je veux voir où il en est, Kaveh. Il est encore avec les trois. Donc ça veut dire que sûrement au début de l'épreuve, genre il y en avait un qui le suivait. Et après, on en a vu deux. Et à la fin, il y en avait trois. Ça aurait été encore plus drôle à voir.
Shh, quiet. I'm currently trying to find a way out of here.
Oh. Oh. De petits bébés. Donnez-les-moi. Oh non, c'est trop cute, je décède. Hey yo. Bah, il y a des gens qui ont disparu par ici. C'est peut-être Saino qui a gagné. C'est probable que ce soit Saino. Putain, OBS déteste Haru Village, vraiment. Damn. Mais qu'est-ce qu'il fout là? Mais j'en ai marre.
I see. 20 years ago.
Il fait une investigation sur quelque chose. Sur le même truc ça là. Pourquoi il chercherait ça? Pour Nahida peut-être? J'en sais rien. C'est peut-être ses intentions. Ouais, c'est Saino qui a gagné. Ses intentions. Nahida, elle a insisté. Peut-être pour qu'il enquête là-dessus.
Verification complete. Congratulations on being this round's first winner, Saino.
Yeah.
Ooh, so Saino was the quickest.
GG.
I am from Spontamod, after all. We know a lot about ley lines, so finding a disruptor was never going to be particularly difficult for me.
Since the Traveler and Paimon also happen to be here, do you have anything you want to say?
Anything I want to say? My friend couldn't continue on, so failure was never an option.
Quel drama queen.
The bonds of yesterday will forge the road to tomorrow. With the ties of friendship that bind us, I won't lose to anyone.
Ah, t'es une telle drama queen, Saino.
That's a line from King of Invocations, one of my favorite works, and it sums up my thoughts right now.
It might be a good thing that Tighnari isn't here, or else he'd give Saino a good smack right about now.
Ouais, c'est Saino.
Oh wow, it's already so late. Everyone's probably running low on food and water. It'll only get harder from here on out.
Something similar happened in King of Invocations. What a classic.
Any thoughts on that, Al-Haytham?
I have no thoughts regarding King of Invocations.
Nero obviously wasn't asking about that.
Deserts are much more dangerous at night, so this competition should be nearing its end. At the moment, only Farazan, Layla, and Kaveh remain.
Et l'autre?
I wonder who the next person to find a disruptor will be.
Wait, only 3 people are left? Tighnari forfeited, and Saino's already done. What about Hat Guy?
He also forfeited not long ago.
Évidemment. Il n'en a rien à faire, évidemment.
Paimon can't understand what he's thinking at all.
Il enquête sur le truc.
But, like Al-Haytham said, this round's almost over. Let's go see what the other contestants are doing.
Il enquête sur le truc.
Things are really heating up now. You can feel the contestants' passion too, can't you, Al-Haytham?
Compared to the abstraction of human emotions, the desert heat is easier to intuit. Tighnari made the right decision to forfeit.
Alors, Tighnari, ça va?
Are you all right?
Oh.
Much better. Aru Village's hospitality sure is something. 2 whole pitchers of water, to be precise.
If your throat's too wet as a result, I can provide some dry humor.
Putain, dry humor.
No, thanks. Much appreciated, though.
Oh là là. Bon, ils sont où le petit monde qui reste là? Il est toujours en train de chiller à côté Il est toujours là. Ah, t'as trouvé quelque chose, Elena?
Hello again. You know, it suddenly occurred to me that you guys have had to do a lot of running around this time. Don't you find it tiring?
Non, on a les points de téléportation.
Really? Wow. I don't know where you get your strength from.
Point de téléportation, Leila.
The desert's getting colder now that night's falling, and the wind can really sting your face because of all the sand in it. Has anyone finished this round yet?
Sino's already shut one down. Have you made any progress yet?
I circled the whole area, but I didn't find anything. But I did have the chance to think some more about that thing that was weighing on my mind, and I realized something. Well, my fellow Ratawahist members must have all put my name forward for different reasons, and maybe a lot of them only picked me because they wanted to watch me make a fool of myself.
Putain, c'est possible en plus.
But be that as it may, I believe that a lot of them genuinely do expect great things from me. And I want to live up to their expectations. I don't want them to regret putting my name down.
Oh.
Huh? But doesn't thinking like that put a lot of pressure on you?
Of course, that comes with some amount of pressure for sure. But now I've thought about it, I don't feel like this is something I have to do. Instead, it's something I want to do.
Ouais.
That may not sound like a huge difference to you,
Ça change.
but it's helped me relax a lot. So don't worry about me.
Ce genre de changement de perspective, même tout petit, ça peut vraiment aider l'anxiété.
Well, that's great.
Also, now that I've relaxed, I'm suddenly really sleepy.
Bah tu dors pas alors.
I think I'll just take a quick nap. Just a quick one.
Bah.
But the competition isn't over yet. Oh, Layla. She's really a bundle of nerves, isn't she?
Voilà la Layla qu'on a vue dans l'escapade, donc la deuxième personnalité, je sais pas comment on peut l'appeler. L'autre est Layla.
Good to see you too. It's nice to be out. Feels like I've been cooped up inside for quite a while. Well, since I'm here, I guess I should help her finish this. What are we supposed to be doing here again? Finding a ley line disruptor, was it? Let me see. Looks like she's basically gathered all the information she needs. It won't take long to wrap this up. Come with me, you two.
Ok, c'est intéressant ça. Je m'attendais pas à la revoir, sa deuxième personnalité.
You ever get the feeling that the ley lines have a regular flow, similar to the way that celestial bodies follow fixed orbits?
Elle parle tellement différemment.
If we were looking down from on high, I wonder whether we'd find that the ley lines are just the reflections of the stars upon the Earth. Not all astrological phenomena can be directly observed. Some are deductions based on other details that we know. It's the same situation with the ley lines. The parts of them that are hidden underground can be identified via elemental energy, sound, and other phenomena.
Damn.
Plus, now that someone has shut one of the disruptors down, the contrast between before and after can provide me with further information still. Let me see. It should be here, I think. This should be it, right? I'll turn it off. That should restore the ley lines in the area to normal.
Nice.
Nice work.
Again, I didn't do any of the real work. I'm just wrapping up. She'll probably wake up soon. No doubt she'll be a little disoriented at first, but once she's got her bearings, she'll go and report that she shut down this disruptor. Will you be staying here for a while? Or are you going to check on the other contestants?
Oh, time to check our locator. Whoa, it looks like Kaveh and Farozan are headed towards the same place.
Perhaps they're about to find the last disruptor. Also, speaking of Kaveh, he's an interesting one.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Before the second round, he had a chat with the other me. He said that worries can be like illnesses. They don't always have a magic cure. Sometimes you just have to endure them as best you can until they run their course. But the way I see it, his situation is much worse than my other selves. She just hadn't found what she wanted to do at the moment, which is why she felt lost. Kaveh, meanwhile, knows what he wants to do. He's convinced that he has to win, and yet he still seems conflicted.
Ouais.
He doesn't have a second personality, but somehow he still seems that he's at odds with himself in some way.
C'est marrant.
I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's like he's smiling on the outside, but there's no joy inside, only sorrow.
Oh non. Encore un perso auquel je vais m'attacher pour son background là.
Still, who knows? He must be more experienced than me. Maybe he's just better at dealing with it all than I am. Oh, but back to the topic of wrapping up. Shouldn't you be getting back to the action to record how everything plays out? Last one, then the round's over.
Oh, true. Okay then, guess we'll be going now. We'll keep everything you said in mind.
En parlant de Kaveh, je me demande...
Farozan were super confident at the start, but it turns out they're the last ones to find the disruptor. But between the two of them, who's going to get there first? Let's head over quick.
Vous pensez que Kaveh s'est débarrassé de ses... ces petits fennecs? Ils sont où? Ils sont là-haut.
Swarm Fury.
It should be around here.
Finally found it.
Bah voilà, vous vous retrouvez dans la même situation les deux là.
Kaveh? Are you?
Oh, Madame Farozan. And here I thought you would have finished this round by now.
Farozan, Kaveh! Oh, looks like Layla's already done.
I didn't expect that you and I would find a disruptor at the same time. How are the other contestants doing?
Tainari and Hat Guy forfeited, while Sino and Layla are already done. You two are the only ones left. Huh? That's weird. Didn't you start digging really early on?
Yes, I kept digging, but instead of finding a disruptor, I found a ruin. I fell down pretty deep, and it was completely dark in there. It took me quite some time to unlock the various mechanisms and return to the surface.
Fais gaffe parce que la dernière fois que c'est arrivé, t'es resté dans un truc de 100 ans là.
That's actually really impressive.
Finishing a week's worth of trials in such a short time. Huh. That's pretty amazing, Madame Farozan.
What about you? Why are you so late?
I encountered a lot of lost desert foxes along the way, and I brought them to the outskirts of the competition zone. When I came back, I was absolutely parched. And then I blacked out. Probably from the heat, you know?
Non mais y a... Est-ce qu'il y a des personnages qui savent prendre soin d'eux dans ce jeu?
When I woke up, it was already night. I used the last of my strength to come here.
A most curious reason indeed. But are you sure you're all right? It sounds like you were in an incredibly dangerous situation. You said you were familiar with the desert. But the way you handle problems... It does feel rather at odds with your title as a genius.
C'est vrai que ça c'est un côté de lui qu'on n'avait pas encore vu. Bah après de toute façon, Kaveh on l'a très peu vu. On l'a juste vu dans deux situations avec Orifem et puis c'est tout. Et c'est vrai que là, il montre une autre partie de lui. Enfin, ouais, c'est comme l'autre, Layla dit du coup. Il y a deux parties de lui quoi. Il y a l'extérieur joyeux, mais l'intérieur... l'extérieur sûr de lui aussi. Mais l'intérieur, c'est pas le cas.
It was problematic, but that had nothing to do with me being a genius. It was my decision. The way I did things wasn't optimal, but I wouldn't have been comfortable not doing it either. My conscience would have weighed on me.
Ah, ah, par rapport à ton père. Qu'avait.
Youths these days, each stranger than the next. But back to the main issue at hand. Since we are both very certain that this is where the final leyline disruptor is, let's dig it up then. Well, this is indeed it. Of that there is no doubt. But how shall we count the score this time? What is it, youngster? You seem relieved.
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that this round's finally over. There shouldn't be any more innocent creatures getting wrapped up in danger.
Aww.
As for the points, I guess we can draw lots again later. I can't think of anything better.
Il était inquiet pour les bestioles, c'est trop mignon. Il est trop gentil.
All right. In that case, let's all head back to Aru village. Paimon thinks you'll both need some water and rest.
Oh my god.
Looks like the second round is over. I wonder who is faster, Kaveh or Madame Farazan? Huh? Where's Madame Farazan?
Elle lui a laissé les points cette fois.
She went to get water. She'll be back shortly.
Oh.
We basically arrived at the same time, so we'd like to draw lots again.
Okay.
You get caught up in some things so easily, like drawing lots.
I'm not caught up in anything. Don't make it sound like I take pleasure in having bad luck.
Really? Then should I say that you have a curious affinity for drawing lots?
I'll go get the box and slips of paper for the lots. Please wait a moment.
T'énerve pas, Kaveh.
Oh, here we go again. Let's see how I fare.
Okay.
I got it! Did you see that? I won!
Congratulations.
Looks like Kaveh's luck's taking a turn for the better.
Nice.
Finally! After all this time!
It looks like you've been rewarded for your tribulations in the desert. This round's points are yours.
And with that, our second round is done. As for the current standings, let me see. Sino and Layla both have 4 points, putting them both in first place. The rest in descending order are Tainari, Farazan, Kaveh, and Hakai. The next round will be the final one. Please rest up before then, everyone. I heard that some stalls at the Wisdom Gala are debuting new games, so feel free to drop by if you're interested. Otherwise, see you next round.
Ok. C'est tout du coup. Le deuxième tour est terminé, mais certaines questions n'ont pas été résolues. Ok. Donc l'acte 2 n'est pas fini du coup, c'est ça? Ouais, on y est toujours. Bah je suppose qu'on va sûrement... On va peut-être avoir des réponses de la part de Kuni à un moment donné, non? Parce que bon... Arrêtez avec cette musique, j'ai juré. Stop. Il y a un truc bizarre avec ce truc de 20 ans là, les Saranara et tout.
It feels like something's been on your mind this entire time.
Mais en plus, le mec qu'elle a vu, voilà. Et la conversation secrète que j'ai entendue après la première épreuve.
Traveler, Paimon.
Oh.
I finally found you.
Ah bah ouais, t'étais encore là, t'étais pas au village finalement.
Finally? Did something happen?
Don't you feel like there's something off about this year's Academia Extravaganza?
Si, il y a un truc.
When Candace and I were at the cafe earlier, we might have caught sight of some mercs on business. Thing is, they were disguised as tourists here to shop. But no disguise can mask the stench of blood. Just from their suspicious looks, I bet they do dirty work like kidnapping or assassinations.
We eavesdropped on them for a while. Their target seems to be someone called Sachin.
Sachin? Isn't that the person who Karina mentioned during the opening ceremony? He's apparently the sponsor behind the competition prizes and the Diadem of Knowledge, but he hasn't shown himself at all.
Sounds like a rich person, all right. It makes sense now. The Eremites have been struggling to make ends meet recently, so a lot of groups have been doing private work that involves the rich. In their words, one gig sets you up for half a year. Just one job like this nets them enough mora to take it easy for a while.
The extravaganza has brought many tourists to Sumeru City all at once, so it's likely that they took advantage of the bustle to sneak in. Dia and I wanted to directly capture them, but they were on guard and made some excuse to slip away.
I would have tied him up if it wouldn't have caused a scene.
Ouais.
Who's legally supposed to take care of this kind of thing? The Matra or the Core of 30?
Both. Non.
If Sino were here, he'd definitely get involved. Why don't we head over to the Academia and tell Amatra? Thanks a million, you two.
Not at all. It was coincidence on our part as well.
Bah, après c'est général, enfin... Il y a eu plusieurs trucs chelous à plein d'endroits, donc...
Yeah, don't sweat it. The Eremite's reputation is gonna get even worse if these scumbags succeed. But this is Sumeru's city. Candace and I don't have as much freedom to act here, so we're leaving this in your hands.
Okay. Should you require our aid, come find us at the cafe.
D'accord. Well, that's cool.
Paimon's noticed that something's bugging you. Is it the extravaganza? 'Cause Paimon's starting to think that there's more than meets the eye here, too. But thinking like this isn't doing anything. Let's just go find Amatra.
C'est vraiment sympa que pendant même les événements, donc qui sont en soi des trucs fun, il y a quand même une histoire de fond derrière qui trouve à raconter. Et que du coup, t'as un aspect un peu lore, un peu suspect, et que du coup, on doit quand même agir. Je trouve ça sympa.
Hey, isn't that the Matra we investigated Siraj with?
Oui, oui.
Arav, wasn't it? Let's go talk to him.
Hello, both. It's been a while. Do you have any issues to report?
Yes, we do.
Someone's planning to kidnap Sachin. Goodness. Though I suppose it's not all that surprising. The growing popularity of the extravaganza has given him quite the reputation boost as its sponsor. He's seen as one of these super rich types.
Ouais.
Well, since he's got a target on his back now, shouldn't you send some people to protect him?
To tell you the truth, we've thought about doing just that. However, Sachin apparently prefers to spend most of his time out doing field work, and hardly ever comes back to Sumeru City.
Évidemment.
No one has been able to contact him. Our only lead is something he once said. Each time the Interdarshan championship is held, I will be watching from close by to choose a suitable person to inherit my estate. Assuming he remains committed to that promise, then he must be right here in the city somewhere. I suspect that the Eremites in question must have heard about that as well, and decided...
So, they shouldn't know where Sachin is either, right?
I would assume not. Anyway, Mahamatra Saino is still on vacation, so I'll handle this.
Okay.
Don't you worry. A couple of kidnappers aren't gonna get very far in Sumeru City these days. I have my ways of forcing them out into the open. All of that said, if you're interested in Sachin's story, why don't you try tracking him down as well? The sooner we ascertain his whereabouts, the quicker we can act to ensure his safety. I mean, you could task all the Matra and the whole Core of 30 with someone's protection, but if the client doesn't show themselves, there's nothing we can do to help them.
Fair point. Guess we should start searching for him too, but where should we start?
Est-ce que les Matra disposent d'informations?
None, I'm afraid. He's never committed any crimes or broken academic protocol, so we don't have a very detailed file on him.
Huh.
I've heard that Alhaitham has now stepped down from his post as acting Grand Sage and is back to being the scribe again. Maybe it's worth checking to see if he knows anything.
Bah il doit être rentré chez lui vu qu'il a fini de bosser pour aujourd'hui, non?
Okay, we'll head back to the extravaganza venue and see if we can find him.
À mon avis, il y sera pas, hein. Enfin, ce serait bizarre qu'il y soit, mais bon. Bah, Nilo est là, mais il n'y aura pas d'Alhaitham.
Hey, Nilu, have you seen Alhaitham anywhere?
Alhaitham? Why, what is it?
We're trying to track down someone and we need him to pull up some records for us.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I don't know where he went.
Mais c'est pareil dans tous les cas.
He's always the first to leave after the competition ends, and he never tells anyone where he'll be going.
Pff, il rentre chez lui.
Huh. Yeah, actually that sounds about right for him.
Let me think. To be honest, he doesn't seem very interested in the extravaganza, so he probably doesn't stick around longer than he has to. To him, being a commentator is just extra work he was roped into. Do you guys know of any places he'd go after work?
Il sera rentré chez lui.
Ooh, maybe. Paimon remembers says that his house isn't that far from here, so we might as well check it out.
On va les toquer. Il est sûrement en train de s'embrouiller encore avec son vieux mari là. Un vieux couple marié, je vous dis. Toc toc.
Let's try knocking.
Toc toc.
No answer? Maybe no one's home.
Toc toc.
Hello? Oh, hey, Thumb? Are you in? We need your help with something.
Oh, it's you two?
Oh, Kaveh, you're home.
Come on in. I'll get the door for you.
Kaveh, my man.
We didn't hear a peep when we first knocked. We thought no one was home.
Well, I can't be too careful. If someone from the academia came here looking for Alhaitham, and I opened the door for them without thinking, before long the whole city would know that I'm living here.
Ah.
You're pretty conscientious about this, huh?
C'est vrai, pourquoi les si prudents?
What happens if someone comes inside looking for him while you're at home?
It's fine, as long as I stay in my own room. Anyway, why would someone just barge in here looking for him? Most people have better things to do.
Fair enough. So do you know where he is at the moment?
What do you think? Who knows what he does in his free time? All that matters to me is that he's out of the house.
La tête de Halloween, she knows. Vous êtes disputés?
I wouldn't call it that. He's just incapable of saying anything pleasant at all. I told him how the second round went. I won the lot draw, remember? Because of good karma, of course. My luck's on the rise. But him, being him... Oh, you wouldn't believe what he said after I was done talking! You're always quick to remind me that you're my upperclassman, and yet you do not problem solve in the manner becoming of an upperclassman. This begs the question of why we attach prestige to seniority at all. What does he mean, manner becoming of an upperclassman? What, am I supposed to earn the title of upperclassman now?
Oh.
And he didn't stop there. He said, I'd encourage you to reflect on why you've ended up having to rely on luck every round. Frankly, it's incomprehensible to me how you've managed to make it to this age without acknowledging the proverbial elephant in the room of your life.
Yeah, that does sound like something Alhaitham would say.
I've had it with him. Every time I talk to him, it's the same way. He finds a way to infuriate me every single time.
Non, sérieux, vous êtes mariés en plus, c'est pas vous.
Anyway, the disdain is very much mutual between us, so I'll be moving out as soon as possible. I'm actually packing my things right now. He'll have to get used to doing his own cleaning and tidying from now on.
Oh.
See those perfectly hung paintings on the walls? They're coming with me too. If his life wasn't utterly devoid of artistic sensibility already, it certainly will be after today.
Bah c'est un couple divorcé maintenant.
Wait, you're moving out already? But the competition isn't even over yet. How can you afford it?
J'avoue.
Well, obviously I can't just yet. I'm just packing early to get ahead of the game. I've got my new place picked out already. The moment I have my hands on the prize money, I'm going to buy it and move my things right in. It'll take me 3 days tops to move out of here for good. I now know what I have to do to achieve this goal. No matter what happens in the third round, I will win. I will emerge triumphant. You'll see.
Well, we'll be rooting for you.
Je me demande qui va gagner.
Are you sure you'll be alright?
In what way?
In the true way, my boy. Are you alright?
Layla said that she thinks you'll get caught up in internal conflict.
Meaning what exactly? Oh, don't tell me you think I have serious personality flaws too.
No, no, no.
Oh, we didn't say that. But think about it. You say you want to win, but you also turned Farozan down when she offered to give you her points. Plus, you took it upon yourself to help those desert foxes.
Ouais.
Wait, what's so unusual about all that? I gave you my reasons. I would have felt guilty otherwise. Where's the conflict in that?
Après, peut-être ils s'en rendent même pas compte lui-même, hein. C'est fréquent. Hein. Ouais, pourquoi?
Well, when you put it like that, yes, why indeed? It's a good question. I guess it's just in my nature. Plus, if I just did nothing, then there'd be no escaping the blame if something bad came of it later down the line.
But thinking like that all the time must make your life so exhausting. Not to mention that by helping out, you put yourself at risk. Fainting in the middle of the desert, for example. Was that really worth it?
It's complicated. Look, let's maybe leave this conversation for another time. What was it you needed Alhaitham's help with, anyway? Sachin. Huh. He did actually mention a Sachin recently. I remember he brought a few documents home that day. He was thinking out loud as he looked through them, making some notes and doodling as he went. He even suggested that I should take a look, but I didn't. Give me a moment. Let me go find them.
Please. Oh, j'ai trop hâte de la voir. Carré, j'ai trop hâte de la voir.
Ah, this is the one. Here, take it.
You sure he'd be okay with this?
Bon.
With taking liberties? He's certainly okay with helping himself to my beer whenever he pleases. And anyway, he did ask me if I wanted to read his notes. I didn't see the point at the time, so he just left them on the side. He doesn't leave documents lying around unless he's okay with other people reading them. It's fine, I promise.
Cool, if you say so. Okay, let's see what he's got on Sachin.
Ouais, voir. C'est long. Sachin s'est inscrit au Vahumana. Il a terminé tous ses cours à l'âge de 15 ans et a obtenu son diplôme de major de sa promotion. J'ai 16 ans, commencé à faire des recherches sur l'environnement et les coutumes locales. 23 ans, son père est décédé. Pour prendre l'entreprise familiale, resté 2 ans. 25 ans. Fois dans le désert pour mener des recherches sur le terrain. 32 ans, Sachin est retourné à la ville de Sumeru. Flétri, fatigué, son état mental bien détérioré. Il s'est enfermé dans sa chambre sans donner une réponse. 33 ans, a confié toutes ses propriétés à l'académie, il s'est engagé à faire leur bord. Tous ses bénéfices. Ce qui suit est l'extrait d'une citation de Sachin lors de la signature du contrat. 30% de tous les revenus générés par l'entreprise pour le tournoi Interdarshan. Ce qui encouragera les jeunes prodiges à participer activement à la compétition. Don de toute ma collection, dont l'élément le plus important, le diadème de la connaissance, servira de symbole de grand honneur pour le tournoi Interdarshan. Seul le gagnant du tournoi pourra le porter. De plus, l'académie n'a que le droit d'entretenir déjà ma propriété. Ok, chaque année lors de la tenue, j'ai gardé un œil attentif sur chaque concurrence. Je m'identifie particulièrement à l'un ou l'une d'entre eux, je me révélerai. Si je m'identifie particulièrement à l'un ou l'une d'entre eux, je me révélerai. Je lèguerai alors toute ma richesse à cette personne que je juge digne de ma reconnaissance. Elle obtiendra les droits d'utilisation de tous les actifs et revenus en mon nom. J'espère que l'Académie respectera toutes les décisions prises par cette personne. Après l'entrée en vigueur du contrat, Sachin est retourné dans le désert pour poursuivre ses recherches, mais depuis, il n'a plus. Beaucoup ont affirmé l'avoir vu dans le désert, mais aucun de ces dires n'a été vérifié. 20 ans se sont écoulés depuis lors.
A lot of information. My mind's getting a headache. So, to sum up, Sachin put the academia in charge of managing his estate and went off to do research, right? He even said that if he really liked one of the contestants, he wouldn't just give them a reward, but his entire estate as well.
C'est énorme.
Oh, that must be worth heaps and heaps of mora.
What? Are you serious?
Ah putain, il va être encore plus déterminé là par contre.
All of Sachin's wealth, that's more than I could spend in a lifetime, surely. Heck, if I got chosen, I'd be able to pay off all my debts, then buy a new place, and still have cash to burn. I could build another Palace of Alcazar's array, except this time, I'd make it 10 times bigger. Oh, then there's that new project in Port Ormos, of course. The bridge renovation. To do it properly would take upwards of...
Hey, snap out of it! You're getting way ahead of yourself there, mister!
You're right. First I need to focus on winning and moving out of this place.
Huh? Wait a moment. There's a loose slip of paper tucked in between these pages. Did Alhaitham write this? It looks like he was jotting ideas down as he was thinking things over. Let's see. 2 phrases have been circled. Sachin, dead or alive, unknown. And diadem of knowledge.
C'est vrai que... On l'a pas revu depuis 20 ans? Mort ou vivant?
Some of this stuff plain incomprehensible. Is this written in some other language?
Let me see. Huh. I recognize this script. Give me a second. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. That's a rough translation anyway. I can't guarantee it's 100% accurate. There's another smaller line of text underneath. Why would he bring that up?
What up?
It's so cool that you can actually read this script!
We worked together on a project once when we were students. The title was Decoding the Runes and Architectural Philosophy of the Ruins of King Deshret's Civilization. I had to familiarize myself a little with this script at the time.
Oh, interesting. So, any idea what Alhaitham meant by all this?
Who knows? The way his mind works is one of the great mysteries of the world.
Fair enough. Well, guess we've learned all we can here.
Bah oui, en espérant qu'il avance, ouais.
You better catch those crooks. But until then, let's just head out for a stroll.
Ok, bon bah voilà, acte 2 terminé. Kaveh, do you have something to say?
Little decisions. What could have been going through his mind when he wrote that?
Qui sait ce qui se passe dans la tête d'Alhaitham? Enfin... No idea. Anyway, on va refaire une ellipse. Du coup, cette fois, jusqu'à l'acte 3. Peace.
Ah, you're here. Sorry, I was just about to send someone to inform you. We just finished interrogating the suspects.
What did you find out?
Well, lots of unexpected details, let's put it that way. The mercs themselves were surprisingly easy to catch. We just had someone dress up as Sachin and they took the bait. But then it starts to get messy. During the interrogation, we learned that they were hired by Sachin's own child.
The fuck?
What? Why would someone want to kidnap their own father? What's up with that?
It's anybody's guess at this point. In any event, apparently the guys we caught are just the tip of the iceberg. Most of them are still snooping around outside the city.
Super.
We're diverting manpower as we speak to try and round them all up. Would you like to come along?
Sure. Let's go get to the bottom of all this.
On n'est plus du tout sur la même affaire, mais ok. Let's go. Rendez-vous au coin des ravisseurs. Ok. What the hell? Il s'est passé quoi ici?
Are you sure this is the right place? Something feels off.
I'm positive.
Comment dire?
But I don't understand why they're all unconscious on the ground.
He's just staring like weakling. That's funny.
Boss, we got more company.
Look, we were just doing what we were paid to do. You're punishing the wrong people here. You want the real culprit? It's this guy. He hired us to kidnap Sachin.
What happened? Who beat you all up?
Wait, you mean you aren't with them?
With who? Who did this?
First there was this flying brat. Didn't bother asking any questions, just started throwing punches. After that, some guy wearing green came along and interrogated us for a bit.
I've got the confirmation I needed. This is the one who masterminded this whole plot. Jawani, Sachin's son.
Un gars qui vole, qui prend même pas la peine de parler, qui attaque direct. Kuni, si c'est toi derrière, j'ai juré.
If you have any questions for him, now's your chance to ask them. When you're done, I'm arresting them all and taking them back to the academia for further interrogation.
So why did you hire people to kidnap Sachin?
What do you think? 20 years ago, he upped and left to go and live a carefree life, not giving a second thought for my welfare. As if that's not bad enough already, he went and put his entire fortune in the care of the academia, along with a contract saying that one day he'd pass it all on to a genius he admired.
Oui, d'accord, ok, ça a du sens, oui, ok.
That's my inheritance. By rights. You expect me to sit back and watch it go to someone else? If he won't give me what's mine, I'll just have to take it from him.
Donc tu vas le faire assassiner?
Of course! Didn't he say he would be here somewhere? watching the championship from the shadows? So, I figured I'd get some people to nab him. Then I make him change the contract. And if the academia doesn't agree to hand over the goods, I make him publicly announce that I'm his chosen genius.
Ok. Et t'as réussi ou...
No. The old fart knows how to stay hidden. I'll give him that. He's probably cooped up somewhere watching all this go on and laughing to himself.
Bah si t'as comme fils, je te plains quand même. Je le plains quand même, hein.
I already thought he'd gone mad 20 years ago. And who knows what a madman's truly capable of.
Qu'est-ce que tu dis du diadème de la connaissance?
Diadem of knowledge? You mean that thing he donated to the academia? Well, I can tell you that it's very expensive. He sold a lot of assets to purchase it back in the day.
Ouais.
Weird things started happening after he brought it home, too. For example, sometimes we'd hear a high-pitched voice coming from the storage room. Also, before donating it to the academia, he once shut himself in that same storeroom and researched it non-stop for days.
Nashida? Anaranara?
Something was already seriously wrong with him by that point. Nothing he did shocked me.
Il y a un lien avec les Aranara et puis il y a forcément Nashida dans le truc, je pense. Parce que sinon Kuni ne serait pas impliqué.
What do you mean something wrong with him?
I only have a vague memory of it, since I was very young at the time. But I have the impression that he went out into the desert for research and didn't return for many years. When he finally did return, he was a changed person. He would mumble incomprehensibly and write essays day and night. I asked if I could see what he'd written, but he chased me out of the room. Later, he went out somewhere and took his written essays with him. When he got back, he signed his contract with the academia.
Il y a des choses qui m'échappent quand même là-dedans.
Part of me wonders whether he'd already stopped being my father by that point. Perhaps the man we called Sachin was a demon from the desert who was wearing his skin.
Jeez. Ah, je pense pas que c'est Énard, mais... Je n'ai fait toujours dans un coin de ma tête, bref.
Okay, you can stop now. You're creeping Paimon out.
You can believe me or not. Doesn't matter to me. I told you all I know. But if you do see Sachin, tell him this for me. Whatever it is that he's researching out there, he'll always be garbage in my eyes.
Jeez.
You finished? In that case, come with us. Well, we finally caught the guy behind all this. Thanks for providing us with the critical information.
Ok, mais il y a encore un truc derrière.
Do you still have any lingering concerns?
Yeah, Al-Haytham's notes do mention that item.
Scribe Al-Haytham looked into this matter. Understood. Well, if you believe there to be an issue with the diadem, I'd suggest contacting the organizers and getting them to pause the competitions while we investigate.
That makes sense. Okay then, let's get back to the venue. We need to tell Karina what's going on.
Okay. Damn. Well... That's interesting. Ah. Et plus personne. Nickel. C'est du nettoyage efficace. Hi.
Karina!
Salut.
You're finally back. Where have you been? I looked everywhere for you. The third round's already started.
Oh no!
We were out capturing some bad guys who wanted to kidnap Sachin. But that's not important right now. We think there might be something wrong with the Diadem of Knowledge and we'd like to investigate it.
Oh là là, je suis sûre on va y aller, il y aura déjà Connie et Saino en train de s'octogone.
The diadem? That seems unlikely. The Diadem of Knowledge has been used in every extravaganza over the last 2 decades, always without incident. Why has this come up now?
Bah, nouvelle info.
This is pretty serious. Let me think.
En plus, si Connie est impliquée là-dedans et que on croit qu'il a fait des mauvaises choses ou quoi, je pense pas que ce soit le cas. Je pense pas qu'il remanigancerait de mauvaises choses. Parce que de toute façon, Nashida veille sur lui. Non, avec son passé, je pense pas. Honnêtement. Donc à mon avis, il va être jugé à tort là-dessus. Et Saino, c'est le général Mahamatra. Dès qu'il croit qu'il y a injustice, il frappe. Rien que quand il a vu Al-Haytham direct, ils se sont octogones. Non, je suis sûre il va y avoir un truc comme ça.
Okay, Here's the situation. The diadem is currently in Mount-Ima Forest. We moved it there before the third round began.
C'est ça, c'est cette forêt-là, c'est là qu'ils étaient.
In the third round, contestants have to go into Mount-Ima Forest, find the diadem, bring it back, and place it on the stand. The first person to do this gets 4 points.
Tiens, j'ai vraiment envie de savoir si mes petites théories ou mes petites hypothèses sont bonnes ou si j'ai faux sur toute la ligne. Je suis vraiment curieuse.
Considering how close the scores are between our contestants, whoever wins this round is very likely to be the winner of the whole competition.
Okay.
As such, I suspect competition to be very fierce. You might not make it in time. I'll mark the diadem's location for you. Please head there immediately. Let's hope nothing happens.
Ils vont être en train de se battre quand on va arriver. Je mets ma main à couper là-dessus.
The locator stopped working. Is the forest interfering with it? Ugh. Let's just go grab the diadem.
Ouais, c'est là-bas. Ok. Oh my god! The competition is heating up! Ah mais j'ai trop regardé ce trailer parce qu'il y avait KV dedans et il y avait les commentaires d'André Fum et évidemment il y avait Wonder et Saino du coup. Je vous jure, dès que j'ai vu ce trailer et que j'ai vu Wonder qui était de nouveau là, genre dans une histoire, même si c'est juste un événement entre guillemets. J'aime tellement ce perso, enfin c'est horrible. Unhealthy attachments to fictional characters. Je connais. Ok, allons voir. Bon. J'espère que logiquement mon jeu ne laggera pas pendant une cutscene. Ou peut-être au début mais après que ça se stabilisera. J'espère parce que j'ai pas envie que ça lag ou quoi. Alors. Donc là du coup on est directement à la localisation du diadème.
Uh-oh. This place looks empty.
Ils sont en train de se battre à la ligne d'arrivée. Soit ils sont déjà en train de se battre, soit ça va être calme au début, mais après ça va... les choses vont escalate, je pense. Très clairement. Bon, voilà, Jorge Famenilo. Alors, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Oh, looks like Layla has seized the diadem.
Layla!
But getting to the goal won't be easy.
Oh my god. Ouais, ok. Ils commencent à se battre. Il l'a pris! Il l'a pris! Gogoni! Il est trop... Oh, il est trop badass! Il est trop badass! Mais pourquoi il se prend au jeu maintenant? Pourquoi il se prend au jeu maintenant? Here's Kave. Le trailer. Le trailer, c'était ça. Oh my god! Oh damn! Oh smart. Incroyable. Oh c'est Kave qui l'a eu.
Yes, that's right. Put the diadem in place.
Non, Kave!
You shall gain all you desire.
Oh, il y avait vraiment un problème avec le diadème.
Who are you? I need you to get out of my head.
Oh non, Kave!
I am confident that you will not disappoint me.
Non! Non, attends, fais...
What just happened to me?
Non, 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 il va se passer...
Something's wrong.
Merci, Saino. Faites quelque chose, empêchez-le. Oh, il va se passer... Putain. Il va se passer une dinguerie. Mais Kuni doit déjà le savoir. Putain, c'est lui. C'est Sachin? Est-ce que c'est Sachin? Oh putain, mais Queenie doit déjà savoir, je pense.
At long last, someone to inherit my estate.
C'est sa chaîne.
And with it, my research.
Il est mort.
Come, Kaveh. Come to me, my child.
Non, là, t'es un peu flippant là en fait.
How do you know my name? Who are you?
Oh non, pauvre Kaveh. Vas-y, non, l'entraîne pas dans tes...
I am Sachin. Well, to be precise, I am but a fragment of Sachin's mind.
Quoi?
Fate is a curious thing. Seeing you reminds me of another I once met. But you are made of sterner stuff than he.
Son
More
père.
cognizant of the trials and tribulations of this world. It is you who are worthy to inherit all that I once owned.
Wait.
We meet for the first time, children. But what I mean to say now is of utmost importance. So please, pay attention and bear witness.
Attends, qu'est-ce que tu fous, mec?
You have all performed outstandingly in this Interdarshan championship. The Academia has many rare talents among its ranks, and you are the creme of the creme. But if I were to choose a successor, I would choose you, Kaveh. Not only because you were victorious, but also due to our similarities in character.
Oh, Kaveh.
Me? Similar to you?
Why, yes. Both of us have the misfortune to be idealists, and that is the source of our misery. 28 years ago, I came to the desert and lived there for 8 full years. What do you think I saw there? Alas, endless strife and slaughter. Conflict over water sources. Robbing of merchant caravans. Exploitation of the people relentlessly, day after day. Beyond the wall of Samiel lay a completely different world from the one I knew. The things I witnessed there tormented me greatly. I wished desperately to find a way to save them.
So, did you find a way?
As a Vahumana scholar, I tried to use Vahumana knowledge to find the answer. I researched history and anthropology, performed countless experiments on human nature, and even sought out the scholars living deep in the desert who called themselves the Lost Darshan. But in the end, I found that the answer I sought simply did not exist. It was not possible to simply assign blame for these transgressions to any one party, for the sins are carved into humanity's very nature. Our nature begets conflict, and conflict begets destruction. This is the inexorable truth.
Il y en a un qui va être très d'accord avec toi sur ça.
The aim of my research was to draw lessons from history. But what I discovered was that history offers no such guidance. Things can only ever go from bad to worse. After this realization, I could no longer see the meaning in anything that I had ever learned. Consumed by an overwhelming sense of emptiness, I could no longer bear to face life. And so, I decided to bring my life to an end. But before I went through with it, a strange twist of fate led me to come into the possession of this diadem, which has the ability to preserve part of one's consciousness. Into it, I placed my experiences before requesting that the Academia manage my estate.
As I thought. The contract you signed with the Academia was in essence your will. But if you'd given up hope on this world, why did you feel the need to do this?
I mentioned that I had performed a great many experiments concerning human nature. You may regard this as the very last experiment of them all. The Academia has no shortage of genius talents, nurturing the brightest minds of every generation. And so, with a handsome reward to draw out the worthiest of individuals, my hope was that one day, I would find one who could untangle the mystery of human nature once and for all, and help to move the world onto a better path.
I see. So you desired a successor who was not only a genius, but who also understood the suffering of ordinary people. Such a person would have a clearer understanding of humanity, society, and the world.
Kaveh.
But did you ever consider that wealth numbs the human heart to the pain in the world? Even an idealist may be incapable of following through on your wishes after inheriting your wealth.
You are highly intelligent, yet you are not the sort of person who would understand my line of thinking. To me, this is also part of the experiment. Part of my investigation into human nature. Whether my successor suffers as a consequence of my research, or succumbs to an indulgence in pleasure-seeking, my research will have progressed.
Waouh, c'est beaucoup plus deep que ce que je pensais.
I grieve the fundamental sickness of the world. I regret the unbearable weight of its history. And I lament the research that I failed to complete. And this, Kaveh, my dear child, is why you will be of great utility to me.
You're absolutely certain that you want to give me everything you owned? For me to do with as I please?
I have faith in what I see in you. Now wear the diadem, Kaveh, and complete the journey that I could not.
Attends, est-ce que c'est vraiment une bonne idée?
Will the verdict I reached cause you suffering? Or will this newfound wealth numb your heart? I look forward to your answer. All of my research materials are being stored at our...
I've heard enough! Life's enough of a mess already. The last thing I need is more suffering. Keep your Mora. I don't need it. Didn't you say that you saw a lot of people in pain? Well, if that's the case, then your wealth can go to them.
Ça lui a plu en tout cas cette réponse. Oh putain, les chialés.
I guess that'll be the end of that.
Oh là là.
Kaveh.
T'as été fort, Kaveh, t'as été très fort.
Are you all right? Any physical discomfort?
I'm fine.
T'es sûr?
Thanks, Tainari. Don't worry about me.
Oh.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Kaveh.
Kaveh may have broken the diadem, but he successfully completed the task prior to that. According to the rules, this makes him the victor of round 3. Points-wise, this also makes him the winner of the Interdarshan championship.
Bravo, Kaveh.
As the champion and Sachin's personally designated successor, Kaveh has obtained the rights to inherit the entirety of his estate. For the avoidance of doubt, can you confirm that it is your intention to donate all of Sachin's wealth?
Like I said, he thought that the world is a bad place. Well then, let's use what he left behind to change it for the better. Rejecting the world will achieve nothing. He and I, we're not the same.
All right. As the scribe, I will make a record of this incident on file. The sages will contact you in person for details on how exactly Sachin's estate is to be used.
That sounds fine. I don't know if his research findings were right, nor would I know how to finish his research for him. But what I do know is that by ending this here, no contestants will have to suffer. We won't be the last. There will be more championships to come, and countless future scholars will follow in our footsteps. Sachin's words can only cause pain, but not anymore. No one else has to hear them now. We're all scholars here. I know full well that shutting down his views like this is autocratic and arrogant. Fine by me. I'll bear that responsibility.
Tu es fort, Kaveh, tu es très très fort.
It's the least I can do. And, well, it's the only thing I can do.
Oh putain, il est encore plus attachant que ce que je pensais ce perso. Et pourquoi t'as pas l'air content, Henri, femme?
Well said. What you've expressed is a sense of justice and idealism that many aspire to, but few dare follow through with. I say this despite the fact that, in my view, it's quite ridiculous. You have long been aware of what your flaws are, but your pride alone prevents you from admitting it. Nevertheless, your perspective is well suited to appearing in a victory speech. Contestant Kaveh, on behalf of the organizing committee, it is my honor to congratulate you on your victory.
What? Please. I don't need your insincere praise. Anyway, this isn't the time or place for debates. Keep your commentary focused on the competition, not my views.
Congratulations, Kaveh. Also, you'll need to prepare for the award ceremony.
Looks like the ceremony will be held at the main venue. Let's head over and check it out.
My god, ok, bon. Non, c'est intéressant. Ouais, c'était beaucoup plus deep que ce que je pensais. Donc en effet, il est mort, quoi, mais... Putain, c'est triste. Tous les trucs de Sumeru sont tristes. C'est horrible. Du coup, maintenant, la seule question qui reste, bah... C'est du coup Wanderer. Enfin, je me demande c'était quoi son... Ouais, je pense tout le temps à ce perso. Je me demande, du coup, quelles étaient ses intentions à lui dans cette histoire. Il devait savoir, à mon avis. Il devait savoir avant nous. Après, voilà, quelle place il a dans tout ça, j'aimerais bien savoir.
Thank you all for your excellent performance. And that brings this year's Interdarshan Championship to a close.
C'était cool en tout cas.
Finally, it gives me great pleasure to invite our champion, Kaveh, to the stage to receive his award. Typically at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as presenting them with their award. However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited Sachin's estate and made the decision to donate it all to charitable causes.
Bien.
Sachin's estate is getting donated?
So much, Mora. And he gave it all up?
Kaveh's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to change their lives for the better.
C'est plus important.
Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected. Would you like to say a few words, Kaveh? I'm sure many of our audience, like myself, are curious to learn why you decided to give all this wealth away.
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances. I'm glad to have won, even though I'd say luck played a big part in that. As for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his Mora. With a lot of things in life, people need to experience them for themselves. It shouldn't be up to one person to make a judgment on. Not him, and not me either. Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty and complicated topics. So, I guess that's all. I'll leave it there, thanks very much.
D'ailleurs, j'ai fait une petite review entre deux de mes premiers recordings du coup. Et Kuni avait dit, avant que la première épreuve ne commence, quelqu'un va être très malchanceux. Et il y a eu le truc de la première épreuve où Kaveh du coup a perdu contre Farouzan, etc. Et bah, Kaveh a parlé de sa malchance tout le long du truc. Il y a quand même quelque chose de bizarre, enfin, je sais pas, franchement, je trouve que Oyoverse, il donne quand même des vibes vachement main character à Wanderer, c'est un truc de fou, enfin, voilà quoi.
Oh, Kaveh, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with. Please take this limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card.
Saino, il doit être deg.
Additionally, your champion status will be logged in your record. This means that the sages will give priority consideration to any future project proposals you submit.
All right, I'll take the card. But as for project proposals, forget it.
In that case, I declare the award ceremony over. Let's give our champion Kaveh one last big round of applause.
On n'est pas beaucoup.
I still don't really get it. The sum of Mora would have been enough for me to live in luxury for my entire life.
Cherche pas.
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come on, we've still got the whole Wisdom Gala to explore.
Glad that's over. I think I'm quite good at giving speeches, but this one was just so tiring.
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the competition? Honestly, you don't look happy at all, but whatever else happened, you're the champion, you know? Don't you think you should be proud of that?
I suppose. Oh, wait. Sino said he wanted the card, didn't he? And now I have it, right here.
So you're gonna give it to him? But if it's a rare one, you should be able to make a tidy sum of mora off it.
Why would I do that? It's of no use to me whatsoever. I may as well just give it to him. Could you pass it on to him for me when you next see him?
Il est trop gentil.
Whoa, this is a super big deal. You should do it yourself. Come on, let's go find Sino.
Il va être méga content, Sino.
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair.
On a vu pas. Oh là là, mais Sino, il était là.
What you looking at, Sino?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue. What brings you here?
Well, they gave me this limited edition Genius Invocation card, and I figured you'd have more use for it than I.
But it's a limited edition. Are you sure you want to give it to me?
C'est trop cute.
What else would I do with it? I have no use for it.
The shaky breath.
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble? You don't have to do all this. Just tell me what's wrong and I will help.
Sino, tout le monde n'a pas la même obsession pour les cartes de Genius Invocation TCG.
Oh, that's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has absolutely nothing to do with this card. I'll figure my own issues out by myself.
All right. In that case, I accept your generosity.
C'est trop precious.
But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, I cannot simply take it from you. How about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price. Namely, the price that the previous limited edition card sold for.
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
1 million more at the very least.
How much?
$1 million more?
Ouais, frère.
If you feel that's too low, I can go a little higher.
Oh damn! Le salaire de Général Machois là, il doit être haut, hein.
1 million mora for a card? But you already have a whole bunch of these, shiny ones, don't you? I saw your deck last time we played.
Il doit mettre toutes ses économies dans ses cartes.
Not every card is this valuable, and some cards are exquisitely designed, but not rare.
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty to be General Mahamatra if you're splashing out on things like this. But really, it's fine. I'd feel bad taking Mora from a friend.
Don't feel bad. I save a lot. I can spare the Mora for this card.
Fais-lui moitié prix.
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that, you know. You definitely don't want to end up borrowing money in a moment of impulsivity. Living with debt is miserable.
Oh.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience. I guess you've been through a lot?
I don't want to talk about it.
In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice. In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card, and it shall join the deck of destiny. Kaveh, come with me in a few moments to collect the Mora. Thanks to you, I have achieved my goal for participating in this tournament.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top of my bills this month. Maybe I'll even have some left over. In fact, let me treat you all to a meal later. Bring Tainari and Kale, too.
Oh.
Well, this is what they call all's well that ends well.
Par contre, j'ai juré, ne nous laissez pas sur un cliffhanger sans parler à Wanderer pour lui demander c'est quoi cette histoire, hein. Ne faites pas ça. Merci.
Let's go check in with them, shall we? Since we're guest commentators and all.
Je vais le garder pour la fin parce que à mon avis il va nous drop des trucs importants. Ah bah je sais pas qui, quoi. D'accord. Ah. Oh my god.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear. Back in the day, my fashion style was considered cutting edge by everyone in the academia.
So many pretty women.
Really? Well then, sure, Madame Farazan. Maybe you could pick out a few fashionable outfits for us.
Farazan! Nilu! Even Dia and Candace are here! What are you all up to?
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling through the streets. Madame Farazan here is pretty friendly. When she heard that we were buying clothes, she decided to give us some help.
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Never mind. We can purchase some textiles and make the clothes ourselves. Let's go with the plain fabric as our base. And embroider red and pink flowers on. Oh, and some green leaves.
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style? That sounds a lot like what the older folks back home would wear.
Bah, elle a 100 ans alors.
Don't worry. This style is a timeless classic.
You sure?
No thanks. This is actually sounding pretty weird.
Wait. Madame Farazan's right. That style is a classic and used to be mainstream fashion. But these days, there are some other options too.
Il était l'heure de mettre la light.
If you don't mind, how about I pick some clothes out for everyone?
Ooh.
It's not often that we get to meet up, especially since Candace rarely makes it to Sumeru City. Also, I know a few places where I can get a great bargain.
Nice.
Sure. I'm happy to leave it to you.
Oh, Candace, je l'adore ça moi.
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has to keep on top of what the youth of today are into.
Madame Farazan? Come quick, she's over here.
Oula, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Who are you?
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing things you did during the competition.
Oh, cool.
Do you have any classes we could sign up for?
Of course I do. And you're both very welcome to join.
That's great! We can't wait. What's your area of research? Precision mechanics?
I'm from Haravatat.
Huh? But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. I remember now. You were representing the Avant-dernière in the championship. Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know if you run any other classes in the future. I'll be there.
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madame Farazan. And I'd like to learn from you for a while, if possible.
Cute.
I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though cross-darshan lessons might be a little tough to arrange. But I look forward to learning from you.
I see. You're a good egg, child. Don't worry. Study under me, and I promise you, you will get the best teaching available.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I won't disturb you any further. See you in class.
I don't quite understand what happened there, but congratulations, I think.
Traveler, Paimon, would you two like to come and pick out some clothes?
Ah, bah j'adorerais, mais du coup on va encore dire oh bah non, une prochaine fois on a encore des gens à aller voir.
Sorry, we can't. We've got a meal with Kaveh later, and we have to check in with all the other contestants before then. Oh, by the way, have any of you seen Hat Guy or Layla?
I don't know where Hat Guy went.
Évidemment.
We just saw Layla not too long ago, though. But she was hanging out with some other Ratahoa students, so we didn't get a chance to speak with her.
Oh.
Are you gonna go and see what she's up to?
Oh, j'espère qu'il y a personne qui se moque d'elle. Sinon on va octogone.
Ratahoa students? They must be the ones who voted for her to enter the competition, right?
Ouais, j'espère vraiment qu'il y a personne qui se fout d'elle.
Oh, she didn't end up winning, so Paimon wonders how they feel about that.
Ouais, vaut mieux
Let's
y
go
aller.
take a peek.
Mais je pense qu'on pourrait avoir de bonnes surprises. J'espère. On dirait qu'on choisit pas du coup l'ordre, donc mais je suppose qu'on va aller voir Layla ensuite. Et qu'on
If you don't come to
trouve...
Sumeru City often, classic floral designs aren't a bad choice. Those don't really go out of style. And of course, since you're putting this on your body, you need to consider the type of fabric the clothes are made from. Some materials might look stunning, but they can be terribly uncomfortable to wear.
Agreed. After all, is fashion not the constant phasing in and out of classics? In that sense, you could always consider the style I suggested too.
Wait, sorry, ma'am, but I think it could be quite a while before the style you recommended comes back in fashion.
I actually think the style recommended by Madame Faruzan is quite beautiful.
Isn't it just? You have a discerning eye, my dear.
Oh my god. Ok. Bon, je suppose qu'on trouvera Connie, je sais pas où. Dans un coin, je pense. Hein. Ah, voilà Leila. Bon, j'espère qu'ils sont gentils, les deux, là.
I'm sorry, everyone. I could have done better in the 3rd round.
Oh, stop it. If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how bad does that make us look, huh? Heck, it's not like any of us had the guts to enter the championship.
Oh.
I didn't see the whole thing, but you were the only contestant who scored points in both the first 2 rounds, right? And I heard that you actually found the diadem first in round 3. You came so close to winning the competition.
Ah, bien, bien.
I just got lucky, I think.
Mais non, Leila.
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition out there. The renowned Tainari from Amorta, even Sino the General Mahamatra was there. You're amazing, all of you.
Et t'avais un ancien Harbinger de 500 ans aussi contre toi.
Getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I see it, people aren't exaggerating one bit with the nicknames they give you. You are a genuine genius.
Après, il a même pas essayé pour les 2 premières épreuves. Mais pourquoi il s'est donné le mal pendant la 3e? Ça, je comprends pas.
Oh, thanks a lot. But I really don't think I qualify as a genius. In the 2nd round, for instance, I dozed off and somehow found myself beside the device when I came to.
Ah, come on, don't be so hard on yourself. We've decided we're taking you out to celebrate and that's final. Let's go. Cheer up, Layla. The rest of today's all about you.
Oh.
Looks like things are going well for Layla. This is great.
Tant mieux, c'est vraiment super.
We haven't seen Hat Guy since the end of the competition. Oh well, it's
Oh.
almost mealtime. We'd better go meet up with Kaveh and Sino now.
À mon avis, ils vont nous le balancer vraiment à la fin de l'événement là pour bien nous dire une dinguerie. Je vous dis, main character vibes, vraiment.
I can't believe it. But in the end, no one was disappointed in me. What a relief. Finally. I can get some good sleep.
Elle est adorable cette fille. Les persos de Sumeru sont tellement attachants, c'est dingue. Incroyable. Oh! Un coffre que j'avais jamais vu. Wait.
Take it and have fun.
Sure. Où est-ce qu'il s'est barré l'autre encore? Il est peut-être avec Nashida du coup.
Are you sure you have enough to cover this? Don't blow it all at once.
Don't worry, I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means. Anyway, I've lost count of how many times you've treated me. It's high time I return the favor. Oh, Traveler, Paimon, over here!
Ooh, look at all this! Good food, here we come!
Évidemment.
I heard that you went to see the other contestants. How's everyone doing?
Well...
Faruzan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over by how well she did. We couldn't find Hat Guy, though. Who knows where he's gone?
Al-Haytham's gone missing in action, too. Huh. The one time I'm actually in a good enough mood to treat him to a nice meal, he disappears without a trace. That guy. Where the heck could he have gone? I still have questions about that note he left. Well, whatever. He can do what he wants. Now, let's eat.
Yay.
You shocked me a little when you hurled the diadem to the ground. On further reflection, of course, it made sense, but at the time I was expecting at least some amount of deliberation.
Sachin's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel his emotions, too. It was a mix of despair and horror swirling around inside my mind. He bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly, like he was trying to brainwash me. It gave me a splitting headache that only got worse as he went on. Like I was saying at the time, his views are not necessarily completely without value. But if all his research does is lead to misfortune, then we're probably better off without it.
If his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form and cause people to suffer, the Mantra would step in and ban it.
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to claim that you agreed to inherit his research, but give up the research as soon as you've inherited the wealth. But that wouldn't have been your style.
Ouais,
I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate. He chose you. That means he knew what he was doing.
Perhaps. I just think that if you accept someone else's things, you should honor their wishes.
That's a good thing. It means that you have integrity.
Oui.
Thank you, oh my god, thank you. See, you get me, Kale. It's a good thing Alhaitham isn't here right now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Ouais, c'est vrai que Alhaitham critique beaucoup.
Seems like you always include him in the conversation, even when he isn't here.
Vieux couple, marié, divorcé, je sais pas.
Yep. No dinner with Kaveh is complete without a few words about Alhaitham.
I sense that Alhaitham has in fact been here with us all along.
He's here? Where? Why didn't you tell me?
Kaveh.
He lives rent-free in each of our hearts.
Non mais c'est pas possible. C'est gênant.
That was horrifying. It literally sent chills down my spine.
Good thing you didn't say that before we started eating. That would have killed the mood in a heartbeat.
All right, enough about Alhaitham. Tainari, did you achieve what you wanted out of the championship?
I did, in the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a handful of people, they told their friends, and so on. Now, a record number of people have signed up to attend the next lecture.
Cool.
Oh, are you free next month? You should come along. Maybe even say a few words.
About what? I don't know the first thing about anything Amorta related.
Just play to your strengths. For instance, you could talk about the distinguishing features of rainforest architecture, or ask everyone not to chop down too many trees the next time they're building a house.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Sure, I'll make time.
Nice.
Has everyone had enough to eat? I can order more if anyone's still hungry.
I'm full. Thanks. Paimon's super full, too.
Heureusement.
If only we could eat like this every day.
Ah mais du calme, Paimon, no moral là.
Yeah, we should do this more often. Work will always be there, but seeing friends is important too. This is a good restaurant. Let's definitely come here again.
Oh, j'espère que ça finira sur une bonne note là quand on y...
Sounds good. We should pick a few other places as backup options, though.
There are other good places around here, too? Oh, and don't forget to invite us if you go. There's nothing we love more than good food.
Non, parce que à chaque fois, toutes les fins d'event, il y en a qui me laissent un peu sur la fin. Genre, le dernier truc des Alizés, c'était... Enfin, la fin... Ouais, j'ai été un peu... Mais sinon, à chaque fois, c'est tellement emotional. Enfin, c'est tellement wholesome. Surtout les trucs à Mondstadt et Liyue et tout. Mais au final, les trucs à Inazuma et Sumeru, je trouve qu'ils frappent fort aussi, mais d'une autre manière. Inazuma et Sumeru, je trouve qu'il y a toujours des fonds plus tristes. Je dis pas qu'il n'y a pas de fonds tristes à Mondstadt et Liyue, parce que il y en a aussi, mais je sais pas.
Kaveh, do you have plans after this?
Oh.
I was thinking of maybe going to the academia for some alone time. Nothing set in stone, though. Why do you ask?
Since everyone is free, why don't we play a few matches of Genius Invocation TCG?
Eager to show off your new limited edition card, are you?
Not to show off. This is my way of thanking you for your help. Only my best friend will have the honor of seeing this card's debut play.
All right, sure. I didn't bring my deck with me, though, so I'll need to borrow one.
Bah, tu peux prendre le mien.
Actually, Master, I made a new one a few days back.
Don't tell me you've been spending all your study hours playing cards.
Come on, no need to be so stern. They do say that your innate interests are your best teacher, don't they?
Quitter la taverne. Allez, c'est parti. Allez. N'osez même pas... Oula. I'm in heaven right now. N'osez même pas finir la quête.
Well, it looks like this Interdarshan championship's a wrap.
N'osez même pas finir cet événement sans avoir de réponse.
All that stuff with the chain and the diadem got sorted too.
Oui.
Have you still got anything else on your mind? Oh, right. Yeah, Sachin said that he placed his research materials at somewhere beginning with but Kaveh smashed the diadem of knowledge before he could finish. It might be dangerous if someone finds his old research stash, right? Where do you think it could be?
C'était marrant.
Holy smokes, you're right! He said he spent all that time researching in the desert, didn't he? So it's very possible that that's where he'd leave all his suits. Alright then, let's head off to our village and try our luck!
Peut-être que... Oh, arrêtez avec cette musique, j'ai juré. Peut-être que Scara y est aussi... Enfin, Wonder... Enfin bref. Peut-être qu'il y est aussi, vu que... il enquêtait aussi sur ça. Enfin, je sais pas. Je fais des spéculations, mais... Salut. Mais qu'est-ce que tu fous là, mec? T'es sérieux, là? What are you doing?
Didn't expect to run into you here.
Oh, hey them. What are you doing here? And what are you reading? Are those?
Sachin's notes? Yes.
Mais mec, tu... Non mais, il m'énerve.
I came across his profile while I was organizing some documents and became interested in his research.
Donc t'es allé les chercher.
If it wasn't for that, I never would have agreed to being a commentator. I had a hunch after seeing the fragment of his mind, and sure enough, I came here and found his research.
Okay.
Wait, so you've read it already? Are you alright? How do you feel?
Ah bah oui, oui.
I think you may have misunderstood something. The reason Sachin chose that architect to inherit his research was that only he could really empathize with both the calamity and the humanity that these notes seek to convey. Only one who resonates with these sentiments would suffer and begin to think of history as bleak, the present as perplexing, and the future as pessimistic.
Sounds like me.
Empathy is a double-edged sword. Clearly, I am not the same sort of person as Sachin was.
Je me sens attaquée là.
Empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages. But this also makes it hard for them to achieve their goals.
Tu peux arrêter de m'attaquer personnellement? Non là, c'est très personnel.
All important things in life involve other people. As such, it's extremely difficult to live a life that causes no harm whatsoever to others. If you really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies along the way. Not everyone can deal with that reality. And that reality is like the material here. Objective, heavy, negative. But, at the end of the day, for all these experiment results and conclusions, it's just one person's perspective.
So, what are your thoughts now that you've read it?
As a scholar, Sachin was without a doubt a genius. He laid the blame for the darkness in the world squarely on humanity, experimented extensively with reliable results, and drew logical conclusions. In that sense, one might say his views were correct.
So, people are bad? And things can only ever get worse? All of that's true?
That is not a question for me to answer. Someone else will arrive shortly. You can ask them instead.
J'ai juré. Si vous avez... Putain, quelqu'un arrive en volant et quelqu'un en vert est venu les interroger. Vous avez comploté tous les deux? Je vais les frapper.
All I will say is that the world is not built on correctness alone. Sometimes, being correct means nothing at all.
Putain, c'était Wonder et All Hey Femme. Que signifiait ce texte en écriture ancienne?
Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. By their own choice, The idealist seeks to bring happiness to all while denying themselves the same. Thus, they shall never reach even the borders of truth until they wipe away the ignorance that blinds them.
Je me sens vraiment attaquée.
I've never been able to agree with certain philosophies. Even Sachin himself struggled to comprehend the notion of sacrificing oneself for the greater good. But sadly, all viewpoints will find their supporters, and the way we see the world largely decides our fates. Alright then, I got what I came for. These research materials are yours to look after. I'll be off.
D'accord.
Wait, so you came here just to read this stuff? You missed out on a big get-together, you know.
Get-together? Ah, yes, that makes sense. This is a good opportunity for that sort of thing.
Quel introvert sérieux.
Guess what? Kaveh treated everyone this time.
Then I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. See ya.
Mec, arrête de partir comme ça, il fait ça chaque fois.
And there he goes. Well, it seems like he really wasn't affected by this research. He said that someone else would answer our questions.
À ton avis,
That'll be.
à ton avis, qui a fait des trucs chelous pendant tout le long? Même Lumine, elle le sait. Je savais.
Traveler, Paimon, you're already here.
Nahida et Wanderer, je le savais.
Nahida! Oh, and that guy. Wait, so you asked him to take part in the championship?
Yes, on va enfin avoir des bonnes réponses.
Yes, it was me. Are you surprised?
Non, je suis pas surprise.
Did you know that there was something wrong with the diadem from the start? And if so, why didn't you switch it out for another one? Because Sachin's research is not mistaken. He spent his entire life researching this topic, and these materials are a result of that. These are the crystallization of his wisdom. Yes, I was worried that the material might cause some disruption, but I didn't want to wipe away all his hard work searching for the truth. So instead, I had Hat Guy here help me keep an eye on things.
Okay.
Seriously? I think you can stop calling me that now.
Why? Don't you like it? Well, anyway, if Sachin's chosen successor hadn't been able to handle his research, or if it had brought pain to more people, he would have intervened at a suitable moment.
Ok, d'accord.
And after all that, the person Sachin chose turned his nose up at his life's work. Pretty hilarious.
I was also hoping that this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to interact with people normally.
Laisse tomber.
But it looks like that didn't work out.
Laisse tomber, pas du tout.
That wasn't necessary. I'm still paying you back for your help. And the last thing I need is more reasons to be indebted to you.
Oh, Kuni.
Maida, what did you mean by Sachin's research is not mistaken? Does that mean that you approve of his research? Put it this way instead. Truth to me is like a shroom boar.
Elle adore les...
Some people only see the mushroom on the shroom boar's back, and they conclude that the shroom boar is a mushroom. Others see only the shroom boar's body, and they declare that the shroom boar is a boar. Still others look deeper inside, and determine that the shroom boar is meat.
Okay.
These conclusions are all correct in their own way, but none of them objectively describe the shroom boar. Paimon kinda gets it, but also not really. The world is the same way. No one, not even I included, can understand it in its entirety. All of us are somewhere on the path toward truth.
Oh my god, c'est tellement deep.
Within the confines of our limited knowledge, some may blindly believe in the beauty of this world, and others may focus only on its evils. In truth, the most important thing isn't what state the world is in now, but what people hope it will become. But of course, I don't mean that as a criticism or a call to action. Ultimately, My duty as the god of wisdom is to guide every form of wisdom to a place where it can find its purpose.
That was a long speech. So what are you actually going to do with these research materials?
Because Kaveh, as the successor of this research, does not wish to see these ideas disseminated, I will seal it up.
Okay.
But even though Sachin's research could be considered negative wisdom, it is still a building block of the truth. If someone wishes to follow in his footsteps in the future, I will not stop them. I also look forward to the day that a member of the Avant-dernière can not only comprehend his theories, but also find a way out from the despair as well.
Vahumana doesn't have that kind of talent. Wait, you're not intending to keep me in Vahumana long term, are you? I don't remember signing up to become a scholar. Don't you think I'm useful enough to you as a prisoner?
You're not a prisoner, boy.
Oh boy, here we go again. You think so? Well, to that, I would say that in Sumeru, even prisoners have a right to an education.
Oh.
I hope that your studies in Vahumana will help you deal with your own fate and learn how best to settle old debts from your past.
Oh my god, ça devient sérieux là. Ok, d'accord.
I will review your final thesis myself. I'm expecting great things from you, Mr. Hat Guy.
Oh my god. Ça va se finir sur ça. Let's go! Incroyable. Incroyable. Bon, en tout cas, le truc principal est terminé. C'était nice. Ça va me les briser. Ah, putain, je vais passer tous mes wishes juste pour Kaveh. Allez, bro, come home, là, c'est pas possible. Eh, j'en ai ras le bol. Eh, il me reste que 4 wishes. Si j'ai pas lui, si j'ai un autre 4 étoiles, je vais péter un câble. T'as intérêt d'être là. Let's go! Oh, God! C'était horrible. Hey yo, my boy! Il est là.
There's supposed to be a great view of the stars tonight. Don't you think that's a good omen?
Wanna go stargazing?
Relax your mind and let go of all your troubles. Have a good night.
Je vais écouter ça tous les soirs.
Music, architecture, sculpting, painting, all are worth taking the time to appreciate properly. I wouldn't say I'm an expert in all of them, but as long as I stay interested, maybe I can master them all one day. I mean, look, I already know how to play an instrument.
I'm in love. Oh, bro.
However you spend today, I hope it makes you happy.
Stop. C'est un Claymore user. Oh, il est trop badass. Oh, oh là là.
Where's my key? Not again.
C'est horrible qu'il y a sa clé. MDR.
This'll do nicely. Thank you.
Oh my god, look at him. Oh mais c'est méga stylé. J'adore qu'il garde sa valise à la main, enfin sa boîte à outils, c'est incroyable. C'est le truc le plus stylé que j'ai jamais vu. Wait. Putain, il le tient même pas, c'est sa boîte à outils qui fait qui fait tourner son truc, mais c'est incroyable. Oh c'est méga stylé frère. Waouh, j'adore. Et du coup c'est quoi ton...
Where were you while the rest of us were eating together?
I don't recall being obligated to report my whereabouts to you.
T'as mis le vieux couple marié ici encore là, mais je rêve.
Did you go find another hidey hole to read in? You need to change your ways, you know. You can't survive on books alone.
Surviving on meals paid for by you would be harder still.
You? whatever. It doesn't take a genius to guess what you've been up to. You were investigating Sachin, weren't you? It was obvious from your notes. However, I don't believe his research alone would have been enough to pique your interest. His way of doing things is disturbing, while you... Well, to be fair, your philosophy disgusts me too, but you and Sachin are nothing alike. I don't imagine your views intersect at all. Egoism and nihilism are not the same thing.
My personal interests aside, Sachin's legacy is not entirely meaningless. He conducted experiments on a great scale and left his findings behind. Also, thanks for the compliment, but I'm actually just passing through. I didn't come here for the conversation. Well, not this one at least.
Pourquoi il dit merci pour compliment?
What do you mean? What topic of conversation could be more sacred among scholars than the exploration of differing philosophies?
Well, based on what I've learned, Sachin and his disturbing way of doing things, as you put it, is very likely to have met your father 20 years ago.
Oui, ça a du sens.
What did you say? Wait, so... No. Surely that doesn't mean...
Oh.
So that's why he thought I looked familiar. My father must have gone into the desert due to his influence.
I'm afraid so.
Oh.
Good thing I shattered that diadem.
Oui.
From now on, nothing like that will ever have to happen again.
The boundaries of knowledge are ever expanding. Someone else will inevitably pick up the same line of research one day, and Vahumana regards it as a reasonable research direction.
Oh, not this again. Even if you're right and people are bound to fall into the same intellectual traps, things won't necessarily go the same way again next time. You have to admit that the actions of one individual don't always predict the behavior of the group, and vice versa. Take Sachin, for instance. He's quite an anomaly.
And so is the one who stopped him. You. Conflicts of this nature are indeed exceptional, but it will occur again in the future. You said it yourself. The actions of one individual cannot predict the behavior of a whole group. You know that not everyone would have chosen as you did.
Oh.
Even so, I stand by my views. You can forget about trying to convince me.
That's fine. We've been arguing over this for years, and I don't hold any hope of you understanding. The issue we're debating has long since moved on from who's right and who's wrong.
Thanks for letting me know all this.
Oh my god, Kaveh.
What?
I said, thanks for letting me know. Hey, stop acting like you didn't hear me. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Oh no.
They say that earnest thanks should be given thrice, so one more time, please.
Il pousse toujours ce mec.